Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what I believe it to be the last week of the ProPokeBowl. It is week 7 of the ProPokeBowl Season 3. This is the finale to the regular season tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is ProPokeNoob. We have a lot of stuff to cover tonight. Not only do we have very important matches coming up for you to decide who's going to be in the top 6 for join us in the ProPokeBowl playoffs for Season 3, but we also have to we have to remind people about the rules, we have to actually determine the bracket and see whether or not we're actually going to end up with some tiebreakers. Noob, what do you mean there are going to be tiebreakers? Well, let's take a look at the scores really quickly. In first place, the Arizona Articunos riding the wind of their own success at 16 points. LA Legends is second with 14 points. Third place, New York Nidoran Males with 10 points. W Wellington, 8 points. Fifth place, the Houston Haluchas barely hanging on with 7 points. Sixth place, New York Ninetales with 4 points, tied with the Ottawa Centrets, and the Galissa Padres not out of points, but not in the playoffs yet. There are a lot of things. Actually, there are only 2, I believe, spots that can be contested tonight, and I believe it is for first place and for 6th place. I have to check. No, because 5th place would go straight to New York Ninetales. But we'll have to see what's going to end up happening here. Let's take a look at the round 7 matches for tonight. The LA Legends are up against the Galissa Padres. The Ottawa Centrets versus the New York Ninetales. The absolute most crucial match of the night to determine who will actually try and make it in as the last seed for the playoffs. The Houston Haluchas versus the New York Nidoran Males. And the Arizona Articunos versus W Wellington. Just do some quick number match munching for you here. This match right here, because they are both at 1-4-1 apiece, the current rules that we currently run with is we go by the total number of points, and then we go by the number of wins by 2-0. This will be revised coming the next season, but that doesn't matter right now. We'll be going by the number by 2-0, and then after that, it will be a best of 3 that breaks any tiebreakers. So if you take a look at these points here, if the New York Ninetales and the Ottawa Centrets actually get 1-1 apiece, they will have to do a best of 3 to determine the 6th seed, which will be the most intense series I think we've ever had for the ProPokeBowl ever. On top of that, another potential tiebreaker can be if the LA Legends 2-0 the Galissa Padres and the Arizona Articunos get 2-0'd by W Wellington. They will have to duke it out for the first place seed. And if you don't know how the seeds work, first place and second place, first seed and second seed, respectively, get a bye into the semifinals directly. The 3rd seed goes up against the 6th seed, and the 4th seed goes up against the 5th seed. Those winners will go on. I'll show you that structure in just near the end of the stream. I would like to tell everyone now, if you are going to be in the ProPokeBowl playoffs, obviously pay attention to the end, but if you are going to be going in, if you know you're the top 6 and already know you're going to be in the tournament, please wait until the end of the stream. I do have to build the playoff dates for you, and I need to basically find out how everybody's going to be free, because there's going to be some different times now because I've actually picked up some extra work, so it's going to influence some of the times that I can do the tournament at, so we're going to try and determine that. I'll have links and everything. We'll make sure everybody's on the same page when it comes to that stuff. But essentially, those are the important matches for tonight. We'll see how they transpire. Of course, it's been a very successful season. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting it. 7 weeks in, we are still going strong. I'm really glad everyone's doing that. If you guys could send me your pay spins as soon as you can, that'd be great. We have a couple of battlers that are going to be a little late tonight, one of them being Key to Succession. So most likely, the Ottawa Centrets versus the New York Ninetales will be the last match of the night. If not, we'll see what's going on here. But I'm super excited. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of implications by how tonight goes. You know, W Wellington and Galissa Padres essentially looking to upset, right? Ivan's already in the playoffs. Whether or not he goes to the 3rd seed or the 4th seed will impact whether or not he plays the winner between New York Ninetales and Ottawa Centrets, or if he ends up playing the Houston Haluchas, and there's very different dynamics for Ivan to try and make it through there, so he's going to try and get himself up there as much as he can. But for sure, we have to see that whether or not if Galissa Padres, they can take a 2-0 over Sweet D. Highly unlikely, but if they can actually force their way through if the New York Ninetales and Ottawa Centrets also 1-1. So everybody still has a chance to make it in. You're just looking at very astronomical numbers. And of course, we have to take a look at the LA Legends tonight, seeing how well they do. If they even drop one game, they do not stand a chance to take first place. Our Arizona Articunos will be ahead by 1 point already, which means that the Arizona Articunos could just say, I'll get O2, not reveal anything, go from there, although they do have to play it out. I would play it out to show domination. You don't want to be that guy who just kind of cruises his way into the finals. That would be bad. You have not missed a stream, bad guy, Brando. You're right on time. But yeah, most of the pressure, actually, I wouldn't even say it's on the Legends. I'd say it's on the Galissa Padres. Just the fact that they have the ability to make it into the top 6 still, while trying to biting his nails, watching the Auto Ascensions New York Ninetales tonight. Super, super great, and just tons of energy that's going to be going through. But for now, let's take a look at the teams. We did have one trade happen over last week. So for Week 7, the New York Nidoran males have traded out Darmanitan in exchange for Serena. A very, very interesting pick. If we look at the usage for Darmanitan, though, it wasn't used very often, so clearly not having needed. And honestly, he's been doing great with the Mega Manectric, bringing it out with stuff like the Star Raptor and things like this in the Espeon, so I don't think he actually really found much use out of it, although it was a 100% win rate for him when he did use it. So 3 games, 3 wins, he got what he needed, but he sees the Serena being a much more of a priority pick for him. So in actual fact, if you take a look at the trade pool, there's some more powerful Pokemon in this trade pool, especially being the Darmanitan. And if you guys do not recall, or if you did not know, you are allowed to make one final trade before the playoffs. Only the top 6 can make a trade, and that's pretty much it. And then, of course, the same thing will happen with the multiple people are requesting the same Pokemon. The lowest seed will still acquire that Pokemon first. So we'll have to see what he's going to end up doing with that Serena. I'm very interested to see it, because he already has stuff like Roserade, so unless he's looking for a fighting type, because Serena is part fighting, if he's looking for that... Is it part fighting? I don't remember if it's part fighting. It does get jump kick, though, and is at the SD, so it can still set up and crush the opponent. Also has access to Rapid Spin, which, if we've noticed, other than him using Mana Buzz with Defog, he hasn't really had a great time getting rid of hazards. And Espeon, you have to rely on the Magic Bounce to make sure that Espeon stays alive for that reason, but it's kind of difficult at the same time when everyone's just shoving damage down Espeon's throat. It can't keep resisting that. So I think Serena being a nice Rapid Spin pickup, as well as just being another offensive Pokemon at the same time, will help the New York Nidoran males in the future, especially when we get into the playoffs. Now, just to talk about the playoffs really quickly and really briefly, I don't want to go into too much detail. There will be a pre-show, which will be done the day before the playoffs. The reason that I'm going to do a pre-show instead of talking about, excuse me, my predictions and stuff like that tonight is I want to give battlers time to think about the meta on their own. I don't want them to take anything from me. I want to do some time to actually think about it myself. It's something that I've been trying to do, decent analysis over the days that I have. I don't have much time, to be honest. I kind of look at these things and go like an hour before what it kind of looks like, because I don't have a lot of time outside of stream, but I want to try and put some effort into the playoffs. I'm gonna have some extra notes on me during the playoffs, so I can actually pay more attention to the best of 5s and go from there. The format is best of 5, so battles tend to become a little bit trickier from there, especially when most of the time over the 4 seasons we've had, the 3 seasons and, well, over the past 3 seasons, the Celebrity and the 2 regular seasons, we've seen that standard play tends to trump, and there's a couple of teams that are going into the top 6 that we're gonna have to really analyze before we can really get a full picture of what we're gonna be seeing. So we'll have to see. I mean, I am really, really excited to see these matchups tonight. Mitch versus Rich, Ivan versus Tyler, even Frank versus Mitch, other Mitch. Like, there's so many good things, and not to say that we're not hyped about the Galissa Padres versus the LA Ledians, but I do think that based on the chances of results and the way the numbers will swing, I'm very, very curious to see if you're gonna have the seeds shift within the last week, because I really think that it's really cool like that. So, very competitive, very excited to see this stay competitive, and I'm really glad with that. So let's take a look at our pairings. I don't know who's actually around. It looks like a lot of players are unfortunately missing. If you guys quickly still send in your stuff, we don't actually have a pairing here. Like, Ivan's missing, World Leader's missing, neither Frank's gonna be late, Mitch is not here, Rich is not here. What the hell, guys? So just as a reminder, or just as a side note for the playoffs, the times will be most likely around something like 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We will have to start earlier on weekdays mainly because, and we'll have to be if I do Wednesdays, so I've taken up some fitness work, so it's gonna basically make it more difficult for me to actually make it home on time for something like 6 o'clock, so 7 o'clock might be the time that I set for. But essentially the days that I'm going to be looking at for the playoffs, weekday nights or the weekends. I'm good with doing the weekends. The only weekend I can't do is November 4th and 5th. If we do have to go 3-4 weeks in advance, especially if we have tiebreakers next week, plan for that. If you do have a tiebreaker, it will be done next Wednesday. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, we have to look towards like Wednesday nights. Friday nights, maybe, because, I mean, Friday we'd probably start the same thing a little bit earlier, but it would also be the weekends that we can do Saturday evenings and nights, or Sunday afternoons. I can do that as well because my work will finish at noon and I should be free. So, taking a look at my schedule, I don't think anything much should be affecting us with that, just to pay attention with what I have. One thing I can say is this playoffs is looking very, very, very cool. Just the prospect of any teams we still have our top 3 players in the stream right now. We've got, or in terms of consistency, we've seen Lord Scrubbington coming back in, Sweet D coming in, Mitchie coming in, Ivan still holding his own despite having that kind of slump in his season, still being able to keep himself relevant as a seed. And I mean, when he went to Season 2, he was not the top 2 seeds, was he? I can't remember if he was top 2. Was he second seed? I'm trying to remember if he was second seed. It was Dagger, Oxum. No, he was second seed. What am I saying? But I'm glad, you know what? I'm glad to see when we have more, because it was Dagger, Oxum, and then it was Diego Danman? Yeah. Diego Danman? No, Diego's first. Who was Danman with? Dagger, Oxum, Danman, and... who's the 4th person? Thanks, Scrubbington. Crap, who was it? That's that. I can't remember. Interesting. But I mean, back then, we could say that there has been a growth in someone like Ivan's play. We've also seen that we're seeing an evolution of there's more skill now entering into this tournament, and to see him go up against the likes of Rich, brand new Mitch, going between Lukeman and Key to Succession, a world leader who is by no means the upper echelon of trainer or of player, but still is bringing a more competitive edge and bringing a more twist that's actually working now in his battles. It's nice to see these players continue to grow, whether or not they're second seed or first seed still, and then as a result, still keep themselves relevant in the future seasons, right? It kind of sucks to see people fall off from where they were before, but I'm interested to see what's going to be going on here, because we're going to have so far Tyler and Diego, Lord Scrubbington and Sweet D in the semifinals. They're going to be looking towards their opponents. There's a couple of hard matchups for the people going into the semis, right? If I look at the 4 contestants, both of them, or all of them that could be going on, very few of them have been able to take more than a single game off of them. Going to a best of 5 playing standard against these guys with these comps, I said from the beginning that they already have pretty good standard rosters. But on top of that, now they get to play it out standard throughout a best of 5. So I think that they have an even greater advantage in this particular season than the Celebrity or Season 2. So, yeah. It's going to be really interesting. Has anyone else showed up? Oh, right. It was Mitch. Yes. Danman beat Mitch. Danman beat Mitch? Yeah, Dagger beat Oxum. Danman beat Mitch, then you lost to Danman. And Ivan beat Dagger. Oh, Danman beat... Oh, right, that's right. They were split up. Right. Yeah, Dagger lost. I knew... I don't remember that far, Diego. If you're looking back to the Season 2 thing, then yeah, you're cheating knowing that. I don't remember that type of stuff. That's too far away. I remember that Dagger and Oxum were kind of like the dark horse. We're like, we don't see them going very far, especially, like, seeing their performance. So... Hey, Frank's here. Look at that. Your opponent's not, though. Well, either way. Yes, I remember you having Celatran, Diego. That was super fun to watch, having it. Well, I mean, there's literally no pairings right now. There are literally no pairings right now that I can actually do. We have 4 players from 4 different battles. It's... Actually, no. What am I... Oh, no, yeah, Rich is not here. World Leader's not here. Mitch is not here. And Ivan's not here. What the hell? That's bizarre. I mean, we've usually had, like, maybe 1 battle's ready to go. We've never had, like, literally 1 person... Well, maybe we had it in the past, but this season we haven't had, like, 1 person missing per battle. Mitch was streaming before, so he should be around. I don't know where he is. I haven't heard from Ivan. He hasn't been talking on Discord. Rich probably dealing with work stuff, which is fine. I don't know. What do we do from here? We have 7th seed. You actually tied for 6th. Keep that in mind, Frank. You are tied for 6th, so it's not like you're completely out of it. So, like we said, there are a couple of tiebreakers that can go on here. Between the New York Ninetales and Ottawa Centrets, it's kind of funny because I don't want to count either of them out, despite the success or the lack of success on both teams, because I think both of them are up and coming and getting slightly better at the game. You could tell that, you know, Key to Succession has made mistakes with the 7th gen meta. You can see just a little bit of struggles with the 7th gen meta. New York Ninetales growing pains, just getting used to the series, and of all things, you know, practicing with 2nd place, being the mentor, being Sweet D, and then coming into this and everybody's playing different styles. Like, that's the cool thing about it, right? These numbers have been shaped by styles, not so much through someone has an OP draft, right? Like, this is the season with the bans and the trades that we feel that these numbers reflect the play. These are not numbers that have been the result of someone destroying 2-0 every single week. Even if the Arizona Arcunos have dropped a single game this season, it shows through the draft. And then we look at the LA Legends, again, only dropping 2 games this entire season. That's pretty freaking good out of 12 matches in total. So we're taking... we're seeing the skill show through. We're also seeing the level of adaptation and the ability to build a team for 2 matches shine through. And I think because of that, I don't know if this is necessarily accurate, but I feel like it almost makes things a little more predictable for playoffs. You know, if you take a look at the results and you take a look at, you know, the number of 2-0s versus the number of 1-1s, right, or the 0-2s against them, you can kind of tell, like, okay, well, if this person was able to bring it back in Game 2, they might be able to last long enough to make it to 4 or 5 games. And then in the case of the Arizona Arcunos or LA Legends, you can kind of predict more of a 3-0, 3-1. So I guess, like, the more ties you would have. Houston Haluchas would be the biggest one for me, right? This is the team where we know that the draft is poor. He hasn't made any trades up, so he's just been working with what he has. And Inert Fury has just been using the consistent same number of Pokemon. So if he's able to build a team for the playoffs that is able to play the same style out nonstop and bring it beyond 3 games, whether he's winning or losing, that would astound me, right? Because we know that people are going to try and bring comps. We know that there are certain Pokemon that people can't handle, the Superior being one, like, you know, Mitch's Superior, Arizona Articuno's Conkeldurr. Like, not that there's no answer to it, but it's just, it's always on people's mind. And now we're playing out Standard, which means people will now have to adapt and bring other Pokemon or bring other styles that's going to make it through 2 to 3 rounds, right? That's why the 1st and 2nd seed is so important, because you can skip that 1 best of 5, hide your information, check out your other 2 opponents, see what they're playing, and then go from there. So... Oh, Mitch, I was just saying I like the Serena pickup because it's a rapid spinner. I can't remember, is Serena part fighting? Let's check this really quickly. I can't remember if Serena's part fighting. Never. She's not part fighting, but she does get jump kick, or high jump kick. But I do like it. It's a rapid spinner, so you don't have to necessarily rely on, you don't have to rely on Mandibuzz, per se. And it's just another offensive Pokemon that can actually set up with SD and have a little bit of a better thing there. So, but I do like it. I did like the switch up. And these are the types of things I think the Arizona Articunos and New York Nidoran males have made, not just because they've made the most trades, but I think they've made the most adaptations to their drafts through these trades. If we take a look at what they have here and now, like we can take a look at the usage stats now, I guess. We can go through that. Hello? 1 second, my internet is dying. I've been having a little bit of internet issues all day, on top of the fact that I'm still getting 2 download without being on Ethernet. Give it a second, guys. Is everything okay here? What's happening with Google Docs specifically? Well, as you can see by the stats, everything is kind of in the black right now. And, you know, the stats have just not moved up. It's only been better and better for every team. Let's reload. Aw, means all the things are going to be showing. Jeepers. What we can do is we can actually take an analysis here to see where these teams have gone with their drafts and what type of weaknesses they've been kind of covering up with their drafts. Because definitely we saw that this was... No, don't... No. Hey, we're alive. All I do is hit reload and it was fine here. Like, let's take a look at the Arizona... It doesn't learn Swords Dance? I thought it did. Really? The hell do people... Oh, they use it as a... I don't know what they use it for, then. I thought maybe I'm thinking of the wrong Pokemon. I'm not thinking Breloom. I know that much. I thought it was like Breloom. Well, then. Either way, let's take a look at what New York Nidoran Males has done, because I definitely like the differences and basically trading out Pokemon that have similar formats. The one being the Vileplume, right? This defensive wall being switched out for Palossand, which has a different type from everything else, and has had the ability to bring in a Ghost type, which helps him out a little bit more with rapid spin blocking. We know he likes his, he likes to have some hazards, and on top of that, he needs something to tank the fighting moves that have been the #1 threat in this tournament. But, you know, switching from defensive Pokemon to defensive Pokemon, from Shell Smasher to Shell Smasher, one that's a little bit better at it, has better typing for him to try and get in there. He's got the Acrobatics. And then we have another offensive Pokemon switch to a new offensive Pokemon that might make him have a little bit more utility with the likes of Rapid Spin, stuff like that. So I like the approach that he's made there. Now, if we look at something like the Arizona Articunos, they've made a slightly different approach. And you can tell based on the Pokemon they brought in, it's a little bit different. They've gone from an offensive Pokemon that they didn't see fit to work in their team to Bronzong. And now Bronzong has super high usage for Lord Scrubbington. So... gone from one steel type to another, he's gone from one rock type to another, and he goes from a Dusknoir. Again, these Pokemon that he just doesn't see himself using, and actually have no usage on his team for other Pokemon that he could see some utility coming out of. The Relicanth supposedly for Sweet D to try and use against his Talonflame, try and bring a little bit more pressure with Choice Band and things like this. You've got the Electro, which has the ability to potentially weather interrupt, right? We've seen Rain Dance Electro before. It would just be for something like the Hippowdon, or if someone picks up a Abomasnow, but it's also a very good taunter and Volt Switcher. And you got Bronzong, which has become part of his defensive core with his, between his Smeargle and his Gramble and everything else, right? So he's tried to build himself a more defensive core in the Amoonguss. I was looking, I'm like, where's the Amoonguss? I'm pretty sure it's on his team. But it's just, it's interesting to see the difference between what Mitchie has done with his draft and with his trades versus what Lord Scrubbington's had to do. Not saying that Scrubbington drafted poorly, but he's realizing an inherent weakness and seeing that there are things open in the trade. He's made use of it from the very beginning. So we'll have to see, especially coming up to the playoffs, where the New York Nidoran Males are not allowed to trade pre-playoffs. So that means no trades can be done until all the tiebreakers are done as well. So people get to see the tiebreakers, then they get to make their trades. So New York Nidoran Males is sitting on exactly what he wants. He has what he needs, he says, and he's going to live with that. Everyone else can potentially choose to try and bring something that's going to help them in their best of fives. So we'll have to see what goes on. Other trades that are of note, W. Wellington hasn't made a trade. Houston Haluchas haven't made a trade. New York Ninetales made one trade for the for the Alolan Golem, and I like it. He's just been using it more and more because he needed something that was a little bit better that wasn't a water type. And not to say that's better than a Gorbis per se, but it's like he already has Cloyster as a Shell Smasher, and it just didn't really fit on the team. So, you know, at least the Alolan Golem brings some type of defensive Pokemon, which has Galvanize, so you go for, like, Electric-type Explosion, stuff like this. Auto Essentials made no trades, and Glissa Padres did make the one trade. They actually traded out the Lycanroc, which Diego has been put into great effect now. So, and actually picks up the Vileplume that Mitchie deemed useless to him because he has other Pokemon already. He already has that Dragalge, Alomomola Registeel core that he's been using quite a bit, so sees it as just, he has Roserade, why do I need Vileplume, goes from there. And obviously Diego trading for that Lycanroc has been a very big thing for him, so it's curious to me as the broadcaster to kind of look at and see how these trades have gone, and imagine if the season was longer, the evolution of these teams and stuff like that. I'm really excited to see what the future brings because we are talking about some other things, which we will talk about after the playoffs with the chat, because what I like to do usually is take notes from chat from people who are watching and from players as well to see how the playoffs have gone for them and just how the season in general feels and how we can continuously improve the chance of this tournament one day being recognized. Or, you know what, even if it's not recognized, it's something beautiful on this channel that I want to see successful and continue to be desired to play. So, if we take a look at the trade pool, I mean, the trade pool also has some interesting Pokemon. Now, in terms of standard play, it's hard to say because based on what I see in the teams, the only thing I can see, because they can only make... Oh, my back hurts. The only thing I could see making people trade stuff up is for specific matchups. So, generally speaking, when we get into playoffs, people start playing out a little bit more standard. What I mean by that is just taking more standard move sets. This set succeeds 75% of the time, 70% of the time, whatever number you want to use. It's a number, it doesn't matter. But people will not be going for, you know, Disable Kingdra unless it's deemed to be the moveset that's going to help you out the most. So people will go for the most consistent moveset. Or if they have a Pokemon that's not as much on their main 6-man roster, it will be that sub for that particular person, right? We've seen it in the past before, actually. Oddly enough, it was, I believe, well, Oxum's team was a really decent draft. It was a super aggressive but very balanced team in a sense. It more came down to the actual gameplay of it. But we saw teams like Ivan's in Season 2 where it just had answers to other people, and he had very specific things. He still mixed it up in the playoffs, and that got him all the way to the finals, and he won it, right? So it got to that point where you're trying to see, like, okay, if people have these 6-man, and you can really tell how strong your draft is now based on, do I have enough Pokemon to spare to say, okay, that thing's a problem, but luckily I can put this Pokemon as this, right? We can't see Play Rough Donphan come out again. We have to see more standard play, which actually strengthens stronger drafts to begin with. But now, with this trade pool, people might actually be able to say, well, you know what? Maybe a Magneton or a Ribombee will help me against something that maybe Scrubberton is bringing. Or maybe I can use one of these Pokemon in PUNU, which I can trade away easily for because I have this useless Pokemon. Like, people do have Pokemon on their team that have not been used, right? We see the Escavalier on the Arizona Articunos has not been used. And then you talk about people like the New York Native Males where they have used every Pokemon. Yeah, it does throw you off a little bit, but, I mean, you could tell by the usage, you could really tell by, if you look at the past games, what are the real threats and what are the real Pokemon that he's bringing consistently, right? So, I have no idea, Diego. I was actually, like, I'm not kidding you. I was on time, ready to go. I put it 4 minutes late because I had to go bring the garbage upstairs and make my tea, but I was actually ready to go right away. I didn't want to talk this much about the playoffs until afterwards for the top 6, right? So I'm throwing out all my notes now, and it's almost like, well, I can't throw too many more notes out because I don't even know who the top 6 is yet. Like, I can't talk about Key Succession or Mitch or even World Leader being in the playoffs. We could assume, but it's not that fun, right? It's difficult for me, so I don't actually know what to do with this because I'm not giving 2-0s all the way through. There's no way. We have a lot of time. Ivan, we know, sometimes shows up a little bit after 9. World Leader, we know, is at school. If you guys go on a grand Discord hunt, I'm just kind of curious. What would a 2-0 for everybody do? What would a 2-0 for the people who are here do? Tyler would stay first. Diego stays second. Mitch stays third, and Ottawa Centrets actually... you know what's funny? They actually become 5th seed, and then Houston Alujas are kicked to 6th. So it would be the Centrets versus W. Wellington. Well, the problem is, Diego, if I could load up Discord while we were doing it, I would do it, but... Wow, we even made it to the end of my special music. What are we gonna do with this? A 2-0s tonight wouldn't even change the standings very much. Well, it would change something significantly. It would actually put the Ottawa Centrets all the way into 5th seed. Which would be very interesting. And it's still possible. If the Ottawa Centrets 2-0 the New York Ninetales tonight, he does go to 5th seed because the current way that the tournament is run is we go by the number of 2-0s as the next determined form tiebreaker. So, because Houston Alujas actually have a score line right now, that's an excellent example of why I have that. We are going to add a head-to-head as one tier above that. I think we're still going to keep the wins by 2-0s as the third determinant. So, first one being points, then it would be the head-to-head in a normal thing, and then we would go... it would be points, then the head-to-head, then the number of wins by 2-0, and then a tiebreaker. So, definitely not Mitch. You would get a 2-0. Congratulations, sir. You get to play Rich, of all things. You get to play him again. Anyways. That's actually really funny. If you look at it, if the Ottawa Centrets do make it to the 5th seed, Mitch has to play Rich, not only a series of 2 this week, but he has to play him in a best of 5 also. So that would be very interesting. No, in the event that neither person's there, we have to reschedule it. The reason why we have that other rule is we've already said that with this tournament, we understand that this is over the internet, so people have things that pop up, and there are coincidences like this where 4 people are missing. But if neither of the participants are there, we leave it blank and then we just let them battle it, right? We can't drop it because it actually has big implications on the standings because people might be getting seeds that they don't deserve, right? Not saying you don't deserve third. I mean, you're going to hold third unless W. Wellington 2-0s the Arizona Arcunos tonight, and you lose, or even get a 1-1. Actually, interesting. Actually, yeah, you guys would be in a tiebreaker for third if that happened. Theoretically, but we would redo those matches. Who said that, Mitchie? Nobody said that. But yeah, Houston Alujas are an example of why we have that rule wins by 2-0s. He's up to 7 points right here and in 5th seed, but he's a 1-1-4 line, right? So if the Ottawa Centrets have a 2-4-1 line, yeah, technically Houston Alujas have won more matches than the New York Ninetales, but the number of 2-0s, actually no, it wouldn't make a difference. They'd both be winning by 5. They both have won 5 matches, which would mean that the Ottawa Centrets have won more dominating matches. That's why if the head-to-head is a 1-1, we would go down to the number of 2-0s then. But this is the original thinking that when the ProPokeBowl was conceived 2 years ago, this is what we did with it, so... Everyone except tonight, Mitchie. Man, it's like freaking 9 o'clock. We haven't started a match yet. This is disgusting. I do apologize, guys. I really... Again, I have my tea ready. I was so ready to go because I just really want to see who's going to make it in the top 6. Not change, guys. Consistency. Consistency. I know it's my tournament. That's why I'm going to change it after the tournament. Even other Mitch agreed. The rules and Lord Scrubbington in that one call we had, he agreed that we shouldn't change it because it's what we have now, right? You don't change things until it's gone. We are going to improve. Well, Ivan, you have time now. Nobody's playing right now because we're missing everyone's matchup. So you have time. You have time to build your team. Please do it, sir, because it will matter tonight. You don't want to give up a 2-0. You could get potentially kicked down some points. Club Penguin. No, so Ivan, if your meeting's done, take the time now. Trust me, we literally have all night still. There's nothing more going on. The other thing that we could do, because, man, like, here's the thing. Giving 2-0s all the way around to me just sounds really, really lame. Daggerdrome with the 4-month subscription, though, sir. A fellow nooblet returns. Thank you very much for your sub, man. Appreciate your support. With that, actually, Dagger, you are actually the person that has caused me to make my first payout. God bless you, friend. Everyone else, too, who has supported the channel, thank you very much. That actually does mean that I will make the money enough well, it won't be in time, because you make it 60 days after, and they take a little bit of a cut. But, it does mean that I can actually buy the webcam for Extra Life, unless, you know, I get other donations and stuff like that. But I do appreciate all the stuff you guys do for this stream, including if you do support it monetarily. I do appreciate it. What? Yeah, because Tyler's the money I'm going after, too. True. I know, Mitchie, like, literally... That's the thing, right? Like, it feels... I don't want to give 2-0s across the board because... Well, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't 2-0 him anyways. I don't want you to think of it in the way where, like, oh, I want to make sure I don't meet him in the playoffs, right? Because even if he got 3 points on you, you still stay the 3rd seed. You still stay 3rd seed because you have more 2-0s over him. Just make a team, man. Just go for it. You don't lose any points, but you do lose seed. You will lose seeding. You will be kicked down. So that will actually impact your battle. And honestly, here's the deal, right? Because here's the main thing. If you take a match off of the Arizona Articunos, you force, if the LA Lightnings get a 2-0 tonight, you force the Arizona Articunos and LA Lightnings to play for first place. And that's a huge implication because that means that, one, they have to reveal things to try and take the top seeds, because you know that they're both going to be trying to get to the top to try and get a better match between 3rd and 6th as opposed to 4th and 5th. 4th and 5th is you and Rich right now. Slightly scarier than the chances of Mitchie versus Mitch, where Mitchie would take over, right? Slightly scarier chances to deal with 2 good players than 1 above average player and 1 below average. So, you'll stay in the playoffs, friend, yes. Yeah, don't think of it as, Ivan, if you're gonna be okay, just do it. You gotta just do it, right? Just, I would do it, right? And theoretically, Ivan, Mitchie does have a point. If you choose not to battle, it is considered sandbagging, and that's a bannable offense from future tournaments as well. We are friends. Okay, let me put my face on this, all right? We are friends, but it's in the fair sportsmanship, right? The thing that I would do, not because of you, but because of the situation where no one else is here, is I would just make you battle next week anyways. So if you want to maybe take a point or 2 here off of the Arizona Articunos, maybe force them into a tiebreaker to maybe ruin his chances of staying first, I would battle tonight. Otherwise, I'm just going to make you do it anyways. So, that's the thing, right? It's not by choice, and just because it's, don't fall into the trap where no one else is battling tonight yet. And then all of a sudden you go away, everyone else battles, and then everybody gets points and kicks you down to 6. That's a big deal for your points. I think the furthest you can fall is the 5th seed, but it would determine whether or not you play someone like Mitchie or you play Rich, and you probably want as much information as possible. Yeah. You also have a chance to take 3rd place too. That is very true, especially if Rich shows up. Alright, yeah, go for it. I mean, you've got 15, 30 minutes. I've got 15, 30 minutes. We're going to wait for the players here. Yes, I know, Diego, but, I mean... It's not like he's coming here and be like, screw all the players, you're a dick noob. He's not doing that. Not that he could show me the middle finger over the internet. Well, easily. He could show me a gif of it, but no. And plus, that'd be giving him what he wants. I'm not giving him a forfeit if he did it. I would just ban him at that point. All of those rules are up to discretion of what the offense is, right? Sandbagging is like the #1 you will never play in my tournament again. Just because it's like, I don't care if you get a higher seed. This is something actually I'm thinking about for next season, is I need incentives for people to actually want to get a higher seed, other than the first and second. Other than the first and second seed getting one off, I think I need to give better incentives to those who actually get higher rankings, right? Because for example, one thing that I found when I was talking to you guys actually about like a tiebreaker between 4th and 5th, you are right, it doesn't make a difference if 4th and 5th battle, right? Because then, oh no, 5th won, so he goes to 4th place. Nobody cares, because they're battling each other again anyways. All they do is get extra time to just see what each other would bring. Or both of them could frickin' like just throw it and be like, I don't care who's 4th or 5th, right? So there's no incentive. 3rd and 6th have huge incentives, right? You want to hit 3rd place to fight the lowest seed of the playoffs. 4th and 5th, no, they're already fighting each other. So I'm trying to think of ways, whether it's extra support for future ProPokebowls, or whether or not... Well, this is the thing, right, Mitchie? I talk about sandbagging, but you are correct. Like, I would know that people would just bring random sets, because like, well, I want to lose tonight. Let's do this. That's why I'm trying to think of maybe a different format for the playoffs. Something that might go multiple days, that would make sense to go multiple days. Maybe something like a gauntlet run sort of thing. I'm not too sure. I might consider doing something like a gauntlet run and going based off points and stuff like that. I haven't decided how to do it yet. I'm probably going to want some input on it. But you are correct. Like, I just trust that you guys want to play to your best potential. I saw your sets. They're not weird, Diego. They're off from what you do, but they're not by any chance like you bringing Tail Whip on Lycanroc, right? He's building his team. Thanks, Mitchie. Appreciate it. Oh, perfect. Hey, we'll have 2 battles tonight. That's more than enough for me to see, at least. But yeah, whether or not it's an in-chat or like a future ProPokeBowl incentive type of thing that we start doing. Because people are saying, like, if you get top 3, you should get, like, priority in the next ProPokeBowl. And the only thing that I had about that was, like, well, then the other people who just want to join the tournament are already up against these people who technically get an advantage. But at the same time, I can't always think about the new people. I have to think about, well, if you guys are willingly joining my tournament because you enjoy it, you do deserve something other than your name in a duck, right? You do actually deserve some form of incentive as being a champion. So I might start implementing that, something like that, because again, like I said, oh boy, I'm 4th seed in the regular season. Nobody gives a shit. I can fight for 4th and I'm getting 5th anyways. Who cares? I'm still have to fight him in the playoffs. That's what I care about, right? So either I give some kind of incentive that works towards the future ProPokebowls if you do decide to return, or something else in terms of anything like that, right? That'd be a little too powerful. Actually, what I was thinking of, Frank, was like they get to choose what position they want to be in. Something like that. Yes, it could be overpowered, but at the same time, you don't know what Pokemon and where everyone else is going to be placed. So I might do something along the lines of that. The only thing about choosing the Pokemon is you instantly, because you're, because I would rather actually think about it this way. Instead of taking a free Pokemon first, what if I gave you the position to take the first spot in the draft? Because then you get to control what the first Pokemon is. You could already take the most powerful Pokemon, right? Yeah, like that sort of thing. Like even reward... Like, I would rather reward the upper rankings than the lower rankings. Not to say lower rankings don't deserve it, but I mean the upper rankings do deserve it more. So... Yes, I know that, Frank. What I'm saying is maybe somebody doesn't want to pick first, though, right? Like, I would rather give the position of power for them to choose when they draft as opposed to what Pokemon they draft, right? Because I would want the position, personally. I would want to be like, well, I want to be 8th pick, or I want to be 1st pick, or I want to be maybe 3rd pick. You know, kind of see what's going on and have that kind of advantage on the back end of it, right? That would never happen, Mitchie. So something like that. That's why I'm open to, of course, I'm always open to suggestions. Put in the Discord, we'll talk about them and stuff like that. And if you want to talk about, like, I'm all for the free Pokemon, technically, because then, like, I could still randomize the rankings, but they still get the Pokemon, and then just for that round, they don't get to, like, they don't have to worry about that Pokemon. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to say what to give. But with trades and stuff, like, if I up the pool, I guess I'd have to look at the pool of Pokemon, too, and be like, what is the power of the drafts going to be at least slightly neutralized by the fact we have potentially PvP tradings and a bigger trade pool and stuff like that? I have to look at all these factors first. Because I still want to make it a relatively competitive tournament, right? I just don't want to make it like, I don't want to make it where it just becomes like, oh yeah, this guy got 1st place. Look, he gets the strongest Pokemon in the tournament. Yeah, that sounds okay, but at the same time, it's almost like, that's kind of lame, because what if Diego keeps winning every single season? What if he doesn't get 3-0'd by Mitchie in the semifinals, right? Like, you know, it's kind of like, oh, well, yay, Diego gets that Pokemon again, and yay, you know what I mean? So, I randomize the Pokemon that go in the draft, Frank, yes. I just use Pyrotos.com, I randomize, and basically what I do is I have a limit to how many, I have a percentage. I can show you guys, actually. Let me pull it up really quickly. I'll show you guys how I actually calculate it. I know you have to play a game. Well, if Rich is coming, you will have your game tonight. Let me show you guys how I actually plan out these Pokemon. And it does matter depending on... Dagger is right. It depends on how big the draft is. The bigger the draft, the more Pokemon there are to choose from. That's why this tournament actually benefits from more people, right? 8 people is perfectly fine. That's the minimum. And it still gets you a fair amount of Pokemon, but the more people that participate, like, there are more options. Yes, there are more bans, but, like, there's just so many more Pokemon that are allowed to flourish, right? And like I said, I'm going to look at the percentages to make them kind of adapt to the new meta of what things look like. So this is what I do. Let me show you here. Why does this keep crashing? Stop that. Alright, let's just load this up here. There shouldn't be anything bad here. No, yeah. So this is how I do it, right? Essentially, I take this out. I take this calculation that I do. It's just a calculation I came up with. It doesn't really. It makes sense to only having technically a trade pool backup, but it also worked to have leftover Pokemon in previous seasons. So it's 12 Pokemon times the number of people. So it's 12 Pokemon per team. 4 times the number of people. This was added when we started bans, and then I add the extra 24 Pokemon, which now became the leftover into the draft pool, and that's how I come with the total number. And then I do 35% PU, NU, 30% RU, 20% UU, 15% OU. But, because of the way the Pokemon are shifting, I might actually put some more weight back towards UU and OU. Since more Pokemon, like, you know, again, we saw frickin', like, Virizions and PU, NU, when that thing used to be RU and then higher, right? So, I might start shifting some of the weight to see how it goes. And just get more Pokemon, since everything is starting to get more Pokemon in it already. Plus, I also think with the number of bans, not that the tournament needs super strong Pokemon, but I do want to kind of toy with the idea that there should be more threats, I think. Right? If I think of the giant threats that people are worried about, it's definitely a superior Conkeldurr. There are a few more that don't come to the top of my head, but I know that they exist. But I do like the idea of people really choosing, like, what is the threat, right? What is the threat I need? Hey, Rich is here. There we go. Wow, Dagger Jeepers. Dagger, you could be there. Oh my god, I could make, like, Dagger vote on. Oh, you know what I could do? Depending on the ranking, I can let people veto before the draft even starts. They can veto out Pokemon. Or they can veto in Pokemon, and it'll be like an anonymous vote. So they could think like maybe people won't pick this and then go from there. Oh, that would be interesting. That's one way. Veto in, yes. Veto out is no big deal, but veto in would be interesting. Because in that way, your order is still randomized, so there's only a chance that Pokemon gets through. That way, Diego can get his Charmeleon into the tournament. He can finally have his Charmeleon, or his Charmander, whatever he wanted. Either way. Rich is here. Rich, can you quickly... Did you send your thing on Discord? I'm just going to assume you sent it on Discord. Let's get you right into the battle right now, man. Charmander's in. Well, people will be like, who the hell put this in? It's Diego. Alright, you guys can get ready on Showdown for sure. Perfect. Thank you very much, boys. Let's get right into this. We don't need to do analysis. I need to reconnect to Showdown. Thank the Lord we're into a match. We could take a look at the analysis later. We talked about this being a pretty even matchup anyways. Very curious to see how it's going to be going. But first things first, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Week 7. It's about damn time. The New York Nidoran males versus the Houston Hawluchas on the far side. Let's take a look at the team. The Serena's actually making an appearance tonight. Interesting with the Staraptor. So again, it's just the offensive Pokemon that's not Darmanitan. But we do see pretty much the same thing coming out from Inner Fury. He is going to make the switch to the Rotom Heat as the Serena goes straight for the Trop Kick. That is the Grass-type kick. That actually lowers attack. It's not going to be doing too much for him here, but he is going to make the switch now into Dragalge, as the Volt Switch does come out from Inner Fury. So he's going to be able to switch out quite a bit here. Houston Hawluchas, just as a reminder, they need to try and make as many points as possible to not potentially get kicked out of their 5th seed. New York Nidoran males just looking to keep as much distance from W. Wellington as possible tonight. So even one win would be more than enough for them. Either way, though, the Weavile does come out, go for the knockoff. Knocks off the leftovers on the Alomola, so that's not very good for him, as the Milotic is now going to come in on the Scald. So far, the Houston Hawluchas are looking phenomenal in this match, being able to hold it up. Really, Frank? Sweet. The Toxic actually ends up missing. How many Toxics are going to miss in this tournament? That's insane. So now the Wish comes through. That's really lucky for the New York Nidoran males because he can't avoid this. Making the excellent play, going into it. Gets the burn on the Registeel. Well read by Inner Fury, knowing that he's probably going to switch out to block the Toxic. And on top of that, now gets the burn on the Registeel as reward. So far, we're just seeing an exchange of blows between defensive Pokemon, but I mean, we already said that because Houston Hawluchas have this strong core for them, it is going to be another one of those kind of like Michi versus Diego matchups, where their defensive cores actually do matter, and a lot of it play around it. Now, with Inner Fury, we said that, well, it's more predictable, but it's equally solid, if not has its own little more crippling nature of having more status-based as opposed to hazard-based. So we'll see how Michi handles it this week, because he's not going to be dealing with Spikes, Stealth Rocks, and everything like that. He's going to be dealing with more his team getting status. So as long as he gets the correct status, the quote-unquote correct status on his Pokemon, everything should be okay. Mega Sable's just going to go for the knockoff, as the Alomola does come in. Inner Fury does not want to burn the Alomola. There has to be a Toxic in order for him to ever get any work, especially with the nerf to burn damage. He wants to get as much damage down on this thing as possible the more it stays out. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's Toxic Will-O-Wisp run on this Mega Sableye, so he is going to get the Toxic out on the Alomola, so already off to a good start. 2 walls crippled, having to deal with just little chip damage here and there. Even if it just negates the leftovers on Registeel, it's a bigger deal than everything he'd be dealing with. But either way, as you can see, Alomola is probably going to switch out here, get the Regenerator boost, give it to something that's already lost its item, maybe go into Manectric to tank up the hits, because Knockoff will do a decent amount, but then Wish will heal him back up. Maybe set up his Mega Man now. That could be an option. And look at that, it is! So Knockoff does come through. Well played by Michi. He does actually get it going. Now he has Mega Man set up, so that's really good for him. Mega Man does get a lot of work done here. He's got the Overheat for Celebi. He's got the Thunderbolt and the Volt Switch for something like Milotic. Sableye just takes all the hits neutrally. He's got maybe HP Ice for the Rhydon. He could be bringing HP Grass maybe for the Rhydon. No, it's coming, but he also... Well, it wouldn't matter either way because Rotom Heat would switch in on the Hidden Power regardless if it's Ice or Grass. So maybe he brought Grass this week for that Rhydon and maybe the Milotic specifically. to handle it, so... Mega Manectric just has a lot of potential to do a lot of damage here, so it's up to the Houston Hawluchas on the far side there to determine whether or not, like, what Pokemon's going to take the hit, and looks like actually Sableye's going to stay in here. Ooh, very risky. He's just going for the recover, knows that he could take every hit, so this is good. I guess he meant to he was going to recover even if it was a Volt Switch coming out from the side of Mitchie, so I'm kind of curious to see if he's going to go for something like a Toxic or a Will-O-Wisp, because I don't think it's worth it for Inert Fury. No, Magic Bounce only bounces status-type moves, not abilities, Frank. It only bounces the effects based off of moves, not abilities. That's the easier way of saying it. So Volt Switch is going to come out. Now, it's just worth it for him to go for recovery. He actually ends up going for Toxic instead. Interesting. I would have thought that because the 2 walls that he would probably switch into the Mega Sableye, just for the sake of doing it, to dodge the status that Mega Sableye would predict from the Volt Switch. That might be reading too far into it. Maybe I'm just on the outside looking in. But I would have thought there would have been a recover there. But either way, it wouldn't be OP per se, Dagger. It depends on the Pokemon. Pokemon with Magic Bounce don't worry about things like Intimidate, because Intimidate's really the only one that does that, right? Now, let's say it did something with, like, where it landed on Sticky Web and pushed the Sticky Web speed lower to the other Pokemon. That would be OP. That would just be silly. Magic Bounce in itself is already overpowered. It's already, not overpowered, but strong. Either way, though, the Staraptor is going to come in. We've seen him run Choice Band on this multiple times. We'll see if he's going to do it again, but he does end up going for the recover now. Heals up the Sableye. Mitchie making very, not bold moves, because he knows that the Sableye's got to stay quite alive here. Mega Sableye has always been the very conservative Pokemon for Rich. So if Inert Fury just keeps this thing healthy, that's how he tends to stay in these matches. Once he loses this poke, he seems to fall apart a bit, but I mean, Mega Sableye is just a very solid Pokemon in any situation. But either way, the Registeel is going to come in now and get knocked off. So now this Pokemon's going to start losing health very slowly. Not toxic level of loss, but burn is going to be more than enough anyway. So Inert Fury feeling very confident right now. Walls are crippled and without leftovers. And on top of that, Staraptor's been pretty much red. He could probably read off that damage, what type of item it would be running. I would hope. It's better than me, so if I can read it and he can't, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually banned damage, though. It does seem like it would do a lot to a Sableye that seems to be running defensive EVs more times than not. So Celebi comes in. The Scald comes through. If it gets burned, it has Natural Cure. If it got Toxic, it's a nice switch in. This Pokemon just has a natural advantage against the Alomomola, because it literally stops anything that Alomomola wants to accomplish, other than a wish. So now he has to take the risk if he's going to take too much damage from Giga Drain. I feel like, unless it's Leaf Storm on the Celebi this week, I feel like Alomomola should be able to take a Giga Drain, but doesn't want to take that unnecessary damage. It's a nasty bot. Ooh, okay. Offensive Celebi. Let's see what he's going to do with this. He goes for the +2. Now, is this a Scarf, Serena? How fast does it get? Not faster than a Celebi. It could be Scarfed. Ooh. Okay. I don't know. This could be a lot of damage. They have to switch something in again to take the hit. Dragalge can come in on the grass, but not the Psychic move. Yeah, now that I think about it, offensive Celebi makes a little more sense. Sets up on the Alomomola and can take out Dragalge. So this is a good call by Inert Fury to bring this along. This is good information for the New York Nidoran males to learn in case they do meet Inert Fury in the playoffs, because if, let's say, Inert Fury is actually kicked down to the 6th seed, they will play again in the playoffs in a best-of-5. So this would be good information to note that if Inert Fury wants to make it out of the quarterfinals and he has to bring something like an offensive Celebi, his opponent above him, which will be Diego, knows this is coming, and he got to look at his team and be like, well, what did I bring today that can handle this, right? So it makes it a little bit better for him to predict. But now we're going to see a U-turn fly out. Doesn't want to take that damage. As the Mega Sableye comes back in, I'm assuming Mitch is going to want to go back into the Staraptor because he has to basically threaten it to switch out again, since he wants to do so much damage to it. I think Brave Bird might be able to kill from there. Reckless Choice Band Adamant, maybe? Yeah, for sure, it's gotta. Because even if he tries to go for the Will-O-Wisp, worth, because now the Mega Sableye's down, this thing's a giant pain in the ass to kill. So he does end up going actually into the Staraptor, wants to go aggressive with this. He might just end up going for U-turn. I feel like Mitchie is playing it super conservative. I'm wondering if he's ever going to make that move to kind of just put the pressure down and say, I'm forcing your hand now. Instead, he is just going to make the switch into the Rhydon. So here it comes. The Brave Bird is going to come through. Mitchie did make the offensive play. But now if this thing is choice, it would switch here and not go for U-turn. But Rhydon's probably going to get the rocks up. Unless we see the Sableye come back in to maybe try and get the recover off. But it doesn't seem to be the case. He needs to get it into a wall after a Pokemon dying at this point. But that's good for Mitchie because that means the New York Nidoran males know that the Mega Sableye has been crippled. It'll go down 32% after Stealth Rock. And it won't be able to just last at the same level. So Milotic will come in. It can stall through everything. I'm actually surprised he went into this. But I guess if it's an offensive Celebi, he doesn't want to take too much unnecessary damage from the rock. So Milotic will be the next natural choice for if he gets toxic, stuff like this. Plus it gives him Marvel Scale. And the Marvel Scale will be really good for him because he can actually resist the hits from Staraptor without needing defensive Mega Sableye. Even Brave Bird gets resisted by Rotom Heat if you think about it. But regardless, he knows that he can have these types of little advantages, especially if Milotic gets burned. He just loses the leftovers recovery, which is perfectly fine because he has recover on Milotic most likely. But the Toxic now comes through. This is okay, actually, for Houston Hawluchas. That's a better status than Burn. He can't paralyze this thing anymore, so he doesn't have anything on the team that would put things to sleep. So this makes the most sense. He can just get extra chip damage down. So if Mega Man tries to sweep, it's going to have to watch its health, maybe Volt Switch out at a particular turn. That would throw off his offensive momentum with this Pokemon. I put an extra amount of honey in this today. So sweet. Ha! Oh, bad jokes. And now I'm hopped up on T as the recover comes through. That Thunderbolt actually did nothing. The only reason why I say that, yeah, 47%. That did nothing. That base 135 special attack stab, base 90 power move on a Milotic. It is super effective against. Not even half. That Milotic is thick. Either way, the Volt Switch comes through, does almost just as much. I do expect another recover to come out here from the side of Interfere. He's got to keep this thing alive, but we do see Ivan, the Dragalge, come in. As Skull comes through and does get the burn, so spreading damage around here. We do see Black Sludge on the Dragalge yet again. But this thing's probably going to try and go for Draco, try and bring it down as low as he possibly can. I don't know, or he might try and get the status down on it. He might have Toxic because Toxic's 100% accurate when a Poison type uses it. Instead has Dragon Tail. Okay, yes, that one fell under my radar. I should have known that. But either way, he's going to bring out the Rhydon. Not what he wanted. This thing has Earthquake most likely. So, most likely going to switch into something like the Alomola, or even the Serena could take the hit. What's Serena's health at? Should be fine, yeah. It's at full health. It could probably take the Earthquakes, threaten with a Trop Kick, or just go for Rapid Spin on the prediction. Although Mega Sableye is alive, and if that thing is choiced, I've seen choice before with Rapid Spin. It's not very reliable, but it's still something he's got. But the Scald, ooh, yes. Dragalge does get Scald, and actually outspeeds. That's going to take down the Rhydon. First Pokemon to fall 28 turns in. This is what I expected from the side of Sweet D and Mitchie last week. But instead, we're seeing it this week here, where the defensive Pokemon are now starting to reign a little bit better, so we'll have to see now. So Interfere's lost that, so he doesn't have that thing to just completely almost wall off the ability for Thunderbolt and Volt Switch to come through from the side of Mega Manectric, but the Weavile now does get to come in. Clearly it has a lot of pressure. The Alomola is starting to take damage, so he does have to start worrying about how much damage is that knockoff going to do. Because here's the thing, right? Alomola has a Regenerate coming through, so he'll have a lot of health. So he can probably still come in on the prediction, but the thing is, does he go for Icicle Crash? Mitchie could be ballsy. Is Dragalge still useful to him? Maybe for Rotom Heat. I would still be worried about Psychic from Celebi and stuff like that. And it could still handle the other two Pokemon, so maybe he deems it a little bit more viable, but more useful than everything else here? That's a different story, so this is a tricky one for Interfury. I think that Rhydon death kind of caught him off guard. I'm not sure. It definitely could have. Currently 6-5, game 1 between the New York Nidoran males and the Houston Hawluchas. The knockoff flies out from the Weavile. There's actually a decent chunk of damage to that Registeel, despite the fact it had no item on it. So it does mean next time it will come in, that knockoff will kill it. So slowly losing those resources as the Sableye actually comes through. The Iron Head does a measly 7%, but still shows authority. Actually, I guess maybe checking for that, but now he knows he can go for the recover. This is an excellent in for Interfere to get the heal off. The Houston Hawluchas get their Gemstone back. Because I think from that range, I don't think you kill without a crit. Or I'm a complete idiot, didn't know that. That is a lot of damage. Oh my god. If that doesn't scream Choice Band Adamant. Wow. Anyways, that hurts. Rotom Heat comes in. It's not going to be able to take it up here. It's probably just going to go for the Volt Switch. It knows it can. Going to try and get an advantage here. It is now up to Interfere to find the way in. He's got the Celebi that can go. From that range, you might actually see 50% might die from Psychic. But instead, we see the Earth Power fly out. Interesting. He's trying to go for the coverage, and the Sludge Wave comes through. Ooh. That's a tough one for Inert Fury. That's a really tough one for Inert Fury because I guess he was predicting. I don't know. I guess he was predicting the Registeel. But the Registeel is pretty low already. You could just take it out after. Or maybe the Mega Man? But makes a bold move, gets burned for it. So Dragon Tail is going to come out now. He's currently 6-3. He's not completely out of it, but it's not looking good for him in game number 1 here. But now he can actually just go for knockoff, which means he can hurt something very badly, or the Dragalges is going to die to the knockoff anyways. That's probably what's going to happen here, but instead, no, he's going to make the switch to the Registeel. Sacks this thing off and says the Ice Shard instead? Oh, that is interesting. I'm surprised he would go for a move like that, although what this could mean is he doesn't get stuck with a different switch, but Serena is now going to come out as we actually see Queenly Majesty, which I believe blocks priority moves. Interesting. I don't even know. Checking. Gotta do my research, guys. So, what did Queenly Majesty do? Yep, priority moves blocked. Wow, interesting. Okay, so gets him on that one. Well played by Mitchie, but now the Rotom Heat's gonna come in as the Trop Kick comes through. Doesn't actually get the kill. This thing could be Scarf though, and I believe this will outspeed it. Will. So he can definitely threaten with Overheat. He can also threaten with something like Volt Switch, but I feel like Overheat might just fly out here. Considering that he's really running out of space here to get anything done, I really think the lack of removal for hazards from the side of Houston Hawlucha is going to burn him in this matchup. But the sack with the Registeel is going to basically mean that he can go into Mega Man, I think, at this point. Or even just a Lomomola, tank the hit. He knows this thing is Scarfed. He's going to have to switch it out. He's just going to have to go for it. We see a Wish comes through. Lomomola gets fully healed. Can tank up both Milotic and Weavile. And I think that's going to be curtains for the Houston Hawluchas. Well played with the defensive wall yet again by Mitchie. We've seen him put this to such great effect. He doesn't even heal it up. He says, I just want to kill this thing off before he makes a switch. Doesn't want to take the risk it's not Scarfed either. But either way, I think that proves it right there that he is Scarfed. Otherwise, he would have gone for Volt Switch or tried to do as much damage as possible. 5-2, New York Nidoran males looking to take game number 1 in this series. Of course, a 2-0 for the New York Nidoran males does not earn him anything but a solid third place finish in this tournament. The Healing Wish. His last dying breath, the Staraptor comes in and says, I'm back, bitch. And he's going to try and ram his beak into as many Pokemon as possible. One-shots the Milotic. That's disgusting. And now it's Weavile versus the world. He can go for something like the Icicle Crash. Maybe he gets the flinch on the Mega. Actually, he doesn't even outspeed the Mega Man. That's going to be curtains. Game number 1 going. Oh, this is a Scarf Weavile for some reason. But game number 1 going to the New York Nidoran males. GG. Well, that looked like it hurt. That looked like it definitely hurt on the side there. So, I guess even I was underestimating a bit of those damage numbers. But, you know, Mitchie's showing that this is the reason why he's won. That defensive core is just so hard for people to break through. And I do expect that particular core to just carry him through. Mitchie's the New York Nidoran males. Right here. Oh, who, Mitch? I thought you said woo. Either way. But yeah. Took it to him and literally just said, you know what? Like, like I said, I thought it would be more bulky matchup, and it was. So, the things that we saw there that was very interesting is, again, we saw the same team come out from Inert Fury. Definitely a strong team for him anyways. But then you see that focus around trying to just being able to take the damage with Mega Sableye and stuff like that. Once that gets weakened up, he definitely seems to fall apart. And there's a couple of moves here where maybe he was trying to get a better switch matchup. But I think the thing that really killed him there was Rocks. I think Rocks made it really difficult for him to try and keep making these plays. And on top of that, we don't get to see the offensive Celebi come through. I think that was a big deal. So I think really the offensive Celebi is the key here. If I look at anything else the Houston Hawluchas have, I really think he just goes all in with this again and just tries to get the Celebi going a little bit better, because New York Nidoran male has just benefited so much from keeping that Dragalge alive. And it's tough because Weavile is this killer, but the thing is, if you can't get rid of those rocks, well, the rocks are going to wreck Weavile the more it has to switch out, because you still have the Alomomola and everything else alive, right? Mega Man and Alomomola say hello and cripple it to death or kill it. So, I really need to see that Celebi do more work, I think. I think that's really the key that's in. But, again, that Staraptor also did, like, I think Staraptor was the MVP of just kills in that game, but it just took everything at a range you didn't think it would. But most certainly, those damage numbers are important for people to realize when they're going into... When people are going into... Hold on. Girlfriend's taking interest in my work. Yay! But going into that, like, Rocks, when you're going into the playoffs, you can just see it. Like, I can see if Inert Fury has to go up against Sweet D, well, he was dealing with Rocks here. He'll be dealing with Rocks and Spikes once he's going up against Sweet D, if he does even make it that far. And keep in mind, like, he wants to try and, he just, again, you want to get as many points as possible to get in there. It's just, it's so pivotal to see something like that come through and just see, like, you know, in the end, it was just a simple rock setup and a choice banner that cleaned up a team. So, it can be brought all the way back to the draft, but we'll see what he can do about it. It's 1-up right now for the New York Nidoran males. Hey, Paul's talking to us. Paul from State Farm. Why do I have chat open all these things? No love for Nightbot. As I mentioned, guys, if you are in the top 6 after tonight, please hang around to the end of the stream. If you have somewhere you have to be, make sure it's like a really, really good reason, because this is the night where we're going to be talking about playoff dates and stuff like that. We'll do it the way we did it last time for Season 2. I put out a doc for everyone to vote on. And then that way we could go from there and just make sure everybody can get a good day going. Oh my god. We're into game number 2, and boys... Oh, hold on, we need really special music for this. Okay. Inert Fury says, I'm tired of you saying I play the same team. Let me bring Glalie, Necrozma, Honchkrow, and Miltank all at the same frickin' time and just do an entirely different thing. We see a Crocodile and a Minior come through on the side of the New York Nidoran males. We have a game, ladies and gentlemen. The Toxic misses yet again. What is up with this Milotic? This thing does not spit acid, it only spits fire, and in terms of fiery water, aka Scald. But either way, it's going to miss it again. Once again, putting him one turn behind on trying to get the Toxic on this Alomomola. But either way, these are very interesting team comps. Interfury has brought out a completely different strat here. I, however, do like the Mega Glalie here because Refrigerate is going to help it actually blast through with Freeze Dry against the Alomomola and still kill off the Dragalge. This is a good play. Here we go. The Glalie's out. This is going to be Mega Glalie coming in here. I would hope. Even carrying Spikes if you wanted to, but here it comes. It just goes for return. It's Ice type, so Refrigerate turns normal type moves into Ice type moves and makes it 1.2 times stab or 1.3, something like that. I think it's 1.3 times stab. Makes it additional 1.3 times damage. Sorry, not 1.3 times stab. Stab is still 0.5. But I believe the thing was nerfed from 0.5 to 0.3 this gen. Either way, the Rotom Heat is now going to come in as the Dragalge also comes in. There are a lot of switches coming on here. He's got to be careful, though. I really do think that if that Glalie is carrying Freeze Dry, that's not good news for him. And the Draco miss as the Scarf is shoved onto the Dragalge. Rotom Heat's like, I'll pass this off later, don't worry. As now the Milotic can come in, tank that hit up. He's going to be able to tank more hits off. As he's now probably going to be able to, is 1.2. Thank you, Frank. But now he can just go for Toxic. Misses again! What is this game? Twice in a row. This Alomomola you think would be wearing Bright Powder, but instead no. The Recover now comes through as Wish is flying out. He knows at least he doesn't have to worry about Toxic potentially because we saw Healing Wish come out from it. So if it's, you'd have to assume it's Wish Protect, but the Toxic now hits on the Toxic type, on the Poison type. As Recover now comes through, he's just trying to see what move Ivan, or yeah, I guess Ivan the Dragalge is going to go for. But Skull is now going to come through. The best he can do is try and burn this again. Since it is stuck as a Scarfer, he knows he can stay in here, just try and get the burn off and then go for Recover when he needs to. As you can see, my log's even faster here. Now, it would suck if he does get poisoned. I'm sorry, Rich. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But he gets the burn. I was kind of right. Anyways, that was Caster's Curse. I do apologize. Sludge Wave Milotic for playoffs. Please do it. I'm kidding. It's not going to happen. It's not even exist. Either way, the Recover comes through. Not happening, Dagger. This is Pokemon, get used to it. Skull comes through. We don't actually see Weakness Policy this time on the Minior. He's actually going to try and go for the Minior-Rich sweep here. So we'll see how much damage this thing can do. Maybe shields down. This thing gets terrifying with no item used up, though, unless it's carrying no item in general. It wasn't holding White Herb either, so I don't know if this thing has the Acrobatics active or not. I don't know why. Would he have brought Focus Sash? I'm curious if he just didn't bring an item at all. But we didn't see Weakness Policy pop, and he had brought Weakness Policy one time in this season. So I like this from Interfury. I really like the extra aggression he's bringing against the defensive core. But I also like the Crocodile because I think that actually helps him blast through some of the more annoying Pokemon with knockoff. Right, kills off Celebi probably in one go, weakens everything else. It hits the Mega Sableye a little better too. I can't check until the Minior is dead. Well, technically no, because I don't want to reveal anything, because sometimes items played on Pokemon can matter. I'll take a look, though. I'm just curious. I really want to know what he's brought with this. Okay. I'll reveal it after the match. That doesn't mean whether or not it's important now or later, but regardless, Minior is +2, right? We know this thing can go for something like Rock Slide. It's looking to try and just get as much damage as possible now. I don't think it's going to do that much. I'm a freaking liar. But the sad thing for Interfury here is he's just going to barely make enough health to make it out of this, right? Actually, no, he won't. He's going to be very slightly losing 3% per turn that this happens. So there's no Staraptor. Maybe he gives up Milotic this early. I don't know. That poison really sucks. That's a 10% chance, by the way, from Sludge Wave to poison him. So I don't know, man. This is unfortunate for him. That's what I'm also waiting for. I'm waiting for the flinch just to basically put the nail in the coffin. Pokemon looking to die earlier than turn 28 in this particular matchup here. Despite the fact that both teams have gone more aggressive. Don't call. I'm not saying it. I'm not being a caster. I'm not being a caster. I'm not contributing to the caster's curse. He is going to make the switch to Crozma. Ooh, as another Shell Smash comes through. Good read by Mitchie. Good God. I guess he knows that he has nothing really to lose with this Minior. That does kind of make sense, actually. Considering he knows he has to get the recover off. Let's see what this Necrozma can bring. I can't. I can't. No, come on. He went... Oh my God. He went for Rock Polish. Assuming the miss. Are you kidding me? He's going to get the flinch now, isn't he? Oh! Oh my God! What is this game? Oh man! And then on top of that, he predicts the switch. Oh my God! Ooh. Ooh. This is just not right. I'm gonna subscribe to what Dagger said. Maybe we should do a rematch, but nope. That's not happening. Welcome to Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen. You expected skill, you got RNG. Yeah, like I said, I compare this to like the lesser Mario Party. But either way. Oh my God. What a turn of events as a knockoff just absolutely destroys the Rotom. Although the nice thing here is at least he doesn't have to worry about the poison killing him, like the Black Sludge killing him. So, jeepers. Oh wow. What a good suit. And you know what? We only got to kill. He misses you. What the fuck is this game? And he gets the box. I can't. I don't understand. Is this Scarf Crocodile? If it is, gonna have fun hitting the Mega Glalie here, but that's, oh man. These games, and of all things, it's like 10-15% here and there. We're not talking 70% accurate moves. We're talking 90 plus here with the Toxics and everything like that. Rock Slide, Overheat, unreal. But the return nonetheless comes through, gets the crit just to continue the onslaught of luck in this particular game. As Serena now comes in as the Milotic does get to recover up. Now it can't stay in here. Tropicus can do a little too much damage. We could see a Sap Sipper Miltank coming in though, and I do believe it will be that. But no, instead he stays in, predicts. He might try and go for the burn here. No, he instead goes for the Toxic. So here we go. Oh no, Diego's going through trauma of Season 2. No, Diego, don't get triggered, friend. Do not get triggered. Either way, though, we do see an exchange of trades and the Crozma comes in versus the Crocodile. Better for Mitchie. We do know this is a Rock Polish Necrozma. Oh man, this thing does get Combined as well. I don't know if it's double setup, but either way. Oh God, who's faster in this matchup? I think he is slightly faster. So he's gonna have to make that double switch back to make a Glalie. Actually, he takes the knockoff actually fairly well because if he doesn't lose his item, he still takes that damage. So. He is able to take the hit as long as there's not a higher roll than 47%. He feels okay, and I do feel like he just gets another return again. I feel like if this thing had Freeze Dry, it should have gone for it by now, because it would have hurt the Crocodile quite a bit anyways. But either way, we see the switch back into the Manectric. Ooh, nice play, because he knows the Milotic keeps coming out. And Mitch just cruising 5-5 right now, getting what he wanted with that Minior-ish. But then throwing it down as the Volt Switch comes out against the Necrozma. I do think that Crocodile is going to come back and look for that +1. It just keeps threatening with knockoffs, so it's going to outspeed. It's going to do the damage. In fact, we're actually going to see the Serena come in. So we are going to see a switch into the Miltank as the U-turn comes out. Mitchie is just reading what Interfury has brought. And this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you do your homework and get a little bit of hacks on your side. But Miltank now faces down a Mega Man. Got some very, very thrilling Volt Turn action going on here. Serena comes through, takes the Body Slam hit. It's a decent effectiveness. This high jump kick now comes through. It does get high jump kick and absolutely kicks the cow in the balls. Neutered. Anyways. Why wouldn't I just kick it into multiple udders? Why didn't I just say multiple udders? Why'd I have to call it the balls? Was that even a male? Was that even a male tank? Mitchie did. So at this point, the best that Interfury could do is take a point, which has a little bit of implications, not that many. Ooh, he instead goes for the Tailwind. I kind of like this. Okay, so he sets himself up. He didn't even bring Weavile. I just noticed that. He didn't even go for Weavile, but he's going to go for it. Does he have Moxie? He has Moxie. He is ready to try and do as much damage as possible, but the Mega Man says, I have Intimidate. And your Tailwind's not going to help you the next 2 turns because I'm going to kill something. Kind of care if he just tries to go for as much damage as possible here. I have to see. I feel like he just lets Necrozma die? What is Necrozma for here? I guess for taking out the Drake Galgi. That would make sense. But he also still has a Freeze Dry maybe. So he is going to go to Necrozma, but he's going to let it die. That made the most sense to me. Because I know that Mega Glalie should have a good time against Drake Galgi anyways, because it has Return Refrigerate, so... Lomola does come in. From that range, it can most certainly take Freeze Dry. So Melodic is going to come in, try and heal up as much as possible. I'm surprised I actually didn't see a switch. We do see a Wish instead. So I like this. Mitch knows that he can keep his Pokemon healthy no matter what he brings in. Most likely going to go heal off maybe the Crocodile after a Scald, or he can just go into Gouge and get that thing up to full, because now the Necrozma's dead. These walls are just so hard for Rich to break down. It's incredible, but he does end up going into the Mega Man. Heals off all the damage he takes, and this is looking bad for Interfury. Hacks on both sides. Followed by a single misplay. And now this thing doesn't even get to kill him off, but again, the poison... Like, this poison is literally making Interfury not in a comfortable position here. He would be able to tank that up usually, but instead, no, he's just dying to poison. And it's having a big impact right now on his survivability and Nilotic. But either way, here we go, right? This thing is still Scarfed, by the way. Keep that in mind. This is still Scarfed, so... Doesn't have to go for the recover again. He knows he can heal up the full as the Dragon Tail actually comes through. He's going to drag out the Haunch Crow. This is probably the better of the two he could have dragged out, because then he would have liked the Mega Glalie, but instead he brings in the Haunch Crow. I think a Brave Bird or a Night Slash might be in order here, or we just see him keep going for Dragon. He knows he's going to be able to force him by just threatening with Dragon Tail. But instead, he's just going to make the switch to the Alomola to take the hit. But the Z move, Super Sonic Sky Strike crit. Ooh, I like that crit. More hacks to boot, but that crit's actually quite important. That does bring Alomola to a very particular situation where a normal Brave Bird could actually kill from that range, even after Regenerator. But he goes for the Night Slash, doesn't want to take the recoil, and unfortunately fully heals now with the Healing Wish onto the Dragalge. It's 3-3. I'm still waiting for the answer for Mega Manectric. I think that Pokemon just has the win over him, but the Tailwind instead says, I have to do this. I have to outspeed and kill this as much as I can. And I think it's time for Mega Glalie to go in and do as much as he possibly can. I'm pretty sure it's a one-shot. This thing's defense is not very great. Its special defense is much better. So, something's going to have to take the hit, and he will outspeed, so maybe with the -1, he can maybe go into Milotic and then get Glalie in time for one move of Tailwind. He does have Earthquake as well. But there it goes. That's the hit. That's what we wanted to see. The answer to that wall. Mega Man comes in. That's -1. Does he go for the Explosion? Oh my god. What if he goes for Explosion? Could that kill him? No. It's not going to be enough damage. Oh my, it was after the minus. I thought the -1 might just make him live barely. But no, Milotic versus Crocodile. It comes down to this. Can he take enough hits to kill him with a Scald? That poison might cost him though. Because he's going to lose the... Oh my god, he's going to lose his... He just goes for knockoff, which means he's going to get hurt by the poison, but he's going to be faster. He doesn't get the burn. The knockoff comes through. That's not even close to killing him. Interfury game number 2. What a win. He had the Tailwind. That was the thing that sealed it for him. He's not going to outspeed to kill. It's not even going to do it because it wasn't enough damage. He has to go for the Earthquake, and 2 Earthquakes would have killed him. But in glorious clutch fashion, ladies and gentlemen, Inert Fury keeps his points up and will take a 1-1 on the week. GG. Put those points in. We'll take a look at the implications of the score. We're going to have to take a look at the implications of the scores after every match tonight, because there are a lot of things that will be going on with this. So let's take a look at it after that. That was beyond hacks that we want to see normally, but that was a lot of hacks. But with that, the New York Nidoran males will potentially hold the third place position with 11 points in the end, and the Houston Hawluchas will stay for now in the 5th seed with 8 points because W. Wellington has the better 2-0 win record right now. He will be holding that tie for 4th, and Houston Hawluchas will be 5th seed. Now, there is still no... Actually, you know what? That's it. That's the top 5 right there. No one can catch up with that because he just simply got 8 points. And Mitchie didn't take it by not going for 2 Earthquakes. Instead went for a knockoff into an Earthquake. That means that the Ottawa Centrets and the Galissa Padres, this is what's got to happen. New York Ninetales and Ottawa Centrets have to 1-1, and the Galissa Padres have to 2-0 Diego. That implies he even shows up. Oh my goodness. This is still not over the top, but we see our top 5 right now. And that is as close as it's going to get, and it's going to come right down to potentially that last match of the night to see if the Ottawa Centrets can maybe take over and hog that 6th seed and not force a tiebreaker. Because forcing a tiebreaker means they have to go into a best of 3, since they're going to have equal if they go 1-1 each. They'll have equal scores, which means it would be a series of 2 that ended up in a 1-1, and they're going to another best of 3. But that's not going to happen. Top 5 is held. What a game. Now, unfortunately, I'm waiting for the other matchups to arrive again. Ivan, I don't know if he's still here or not. He said he would be back. Good game, Rich. To quickly break that one down, essentially, I mean, what more... What is this? Stop saying stuff. What more can we really ask for, right? A bit of an unfortunate fall for Mitchie, though, at the end, but... I mean, Houston Hawluchas, they say, screw, I'm bringing all this stuff, and I liked the Glalie, right? We were even talking, actually, Diego Scrubbington and I were talking about that Glalie. The Glalie has some use to it, and that's just one use to it, right? It has the freeze dry, it has refrigerate, so it has boosted return power, which becomes the ice type. The only thing is just a pure ice type, so it has generally a lot of weaknesses to itself, being able to not take a hit very well. But that's one of the uses of that Glalie, and we see him branch out and bring the Necrozma, which has not the ×4 weakness to the U-turn, as well as the Glalie, which is going to be able to take out the Dragalge, maybe even have Freeze Dry ready for the Alomomola. And just to let you know, guys, that Minior had a Lumberry on it, so it actually makes a lot of sense, since, like I said, we weren't looking so much at hazard stacking like Sweet D's team had. We're more looking at Inert Fury's status-based stall tactics, so... It does make sense, although, I mean, there were some plays in that game that were a little bit less things. So, you know how Minior's ability worked? What do you mean? What happened with Minior's ability? Switch in, end of turn, it changes the core at max HP. I don't get it. What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about when it evolves into this? He's right here, man. It can't Toxic you? Oh, really? Where does it say that here? Oh, that must be... I'm gonna look this up in Smogon. Hold on, I want to see this. I thought it just gave you a change in stats. I didn't know it actually gave you that protection. Shields down gives it setup opportunity provided with immunity status. What? Where does it say that it gets immunity status? Minior in meteor form can't be afflicted with status. They didn't even show that in the game? I don't remember this even having that ability in the game. Like, I remember having shields down. I don't remember that ever doing that in the game. I guess I never played against Minior long enough, but okay, wow. So I guess the Lumberry kind of didn't make sense, but either way, that's how the cookie crumbled, I suppose. But it's good to know for the playoffs that Lumberry's just not the choice. How you doing, Daniel-san? Good to see you, Ivan. You're going to be next. I just need your paste bin really quickly if you can, please. But yeah, at the end of the day, if we see that matchup and we see them going into the playoffs with that, oh man, if we see them collide, there's going to be some big stuff going around, because I think that those Pokemon popping up against each other, that is a series right there, right? That's what I mean by that standard play. There was very little variation there, other than like a Lumberry. There were very little variations in what the team would look like. Very non-specific like text and things like this. The Pokemon just seem standard, and that would be standard play for both of them. So that would be an example of how the playoffs would kind of shape that. That's what makes me really excited about it. So at this rate, though, they probably wouldn't see each other until the playoffs. If they both, or sorry, they wouldn't see each other until they make it to the finals. They'd have to make it to the finals, both of them. So we'll have to see, though. At this point, there are only two more things, right? Luckily for the LA Ledians tonight, he has very, very little worry. I guess he has the easiest matchup of the night, which was basically like going up against World Leader and Glitza Padres. A 2-0 here, which is very much predicted, gets him up to that 17 points. But now, the pressure's on for actually the Arizona Articunos. I'm not going to say W Wellington. I'm going to say the pressure's on for Arizona Articunos. They want to get those points to maintain their first spot, right? If you're looking at a match like that, and now you're going at the winner between, right now, W Wellington and Houston Haluchas, which is going to be his matchup, right? I would want to personally hold that over the difference between Mitchie and Mitch, or potentially Key to Succession, right? I would rather have that matchup, because if I'm going to fight Mitchie, I want to wait as long as possible. That comp is so aggravating to fight against. At least he might stand a slightly better chance against the Arizona, or against Houston Haluchas and W Wellington. I have to see. Did the Houston Haluchas deliver him his loss? Who is it that delivered the Arizona's his loss? It was the LA Ledians. Okay, that makes sense. But, like, he was able to 2-0 Houston Haluchas. If he's able to show the same thing tonight against Ivan, then he's basically sitting pretty in his semifinals, right? Whoever he fights, theoretically, he should have a better matchup against. So, look forward to that. They 1-1 to Ivan. The uptime counter, Danielson? We've been live for just under 2 hours. And I never had the counter on my channel personally, but yeah, the next match will actually be the Arizona Articunos versus W Wellington. Ivan, I just need that paste spin or poke paste really quickly if you can. I think we really talked last week about more of the mentality and about this game. Like, for Scrubbington, he needs to take a point, and really, like, for him, he really needs to 2-0 tonight. If he doesn't want to have to do a tiebreaker for a best of 3 and potentially lose that first place spot where he's feeling a little more comfortable. I mean, similarly, he's basically 2-0'd everybody he would be going up against except Sweet D, right? So he can kind of almost sit back and not necessarily, like, drop the ability for him to, care about whether he gets first or second seed. But I think if you really want to set yourself as a dominant force, you want to show that you can build your team to actually take out everybody, right? It might not be an enormous deal to the players when they're not thinking about it, but, being able to smash your opponent 2-0 has a profound mental impact. And I think for a player like Ivan, I do feel like that does get to him sometimes. Not to start putting stuff in his mind, but I do feel like there is a mental aspect here. Maybe one of the better examples of a player who is affected by the flow of matches and by the flow of weeks, right? He's not out of it by any means, but I mean, that slump, you could see that there were extra misplays coming out with that kind of slump, which gives me a bit of concern. But that's counterbalanced by the fact that we've seen that his metagame play is just much better, right? his team building game sense is extremely powerful now. He's brought a lot more things that I think are benefiting him. So I'm really looking forward to what this is going to be looking like, and it looks like we're already getting into it. Oh, God bless the efficiency, boys. I'm really looking forward to this match. This is going to be the second series of the night, game number 1 between the Arizona Articunos on the far side versus W. Wellington on the close side. Let's take a look at the teams. That Durant is making an appearance. I believe we did mention that Durant should be getting a little bit more use than we've been used to. But it is going to be the Shaman versus the Smeargle. Looking at the side of the Arizona Articunos, standard comp for them right there. Smeargle, Bronzong, Amoonguss wants to bring the conch, Porygon Z, and then insert random sweeper for Alligator or Flygon. So on the side of the Arizona Articunos, that damage is kind of all out there burst damage there. But the Seaflower does not even get to bring him down to potential Sash. So if it didn't have Sash, it would have been great. But I'm pretty sure that thing has a Sash. Gets him very, very close. But the Amoonguss is going to come in. The Earth Power actually flies out, so that does confirm that's not choiced in any way. But although if we were going to expect some kind of choice, it would have outsped anyways. And Specs would have brought it down to... what's it called? It would have brought it down to the Sash regardless. So he already knows that this thing's not going to be having any type of item like that. We don't actually see an item on this thing yet. So that Sludge Bomb does a lot of damage. It looks like he's just trying to bring the Amoonguss down, but the Amoonguss is going to heal. As the hidden power, probably Fire, comes out, this is actually kind of good for Ivan because he wants that extra damage, and it seems like the Arizona Articunos didn't just opt to go for it. Maybe predicting a switch into something like Durant or even the Nidoking. So the Bronzong is going to come in now, can take the Psychic really, really easily. This is the opportunity for him to set up his rocks. Now he can actually go for the HP Fire. So we've seen the full moveset come out of the Shaman there. Seaflower, Earth Power, Psychic, Hidden Power, Fire. Doesn't want to risk whether or not this thing is running Heat Proof like it was before. Based on that damage, it's running Levitate. Otherwise, Heat Proof would have negated that completely. We see a lot of setup here. I feel like this is almost a preparation for Z conversion or for the Dragon Dance coming out of that Flygon. I feel like it might be more Porygon Z, just because it probably has the coverage that can do more damage to everything, as opposed to what the Flygon could do right now. Having said that, though, Flygon does sweep through 4 of his Pokemon. It's got Earthquake for the Nidoking, the Delphox, and the Terrakion. And then could be carrying Fire Punch for Durant, but I think Earthquake will just kill that Durant flat out after Rocks. So, with a +1 anyways. He's going to go for the Seaflower. This Shaman has just been doing as much damage as possible. The Z conversion is going to come in. Now, what type is it going to turn into? Electric type. So it's carrying Thunderbolt this time. Okay, so the only reason why I do that is because he is carrying the Bolt Beam. Sometimes he was carrying Shadow Ball to get that Ghost type up against other people. Now this is important because, as we know, Scrubbington cannot change the order of his moves, right? This is one of those moves where you might not think that, oh yeah, I don't have to change my movesets, but I can change the order of my moves around. Well, technically no, because then he'd be able to abuse going through conversion and stuff like that. So nothing can change during the playoffs. So for example, he went with this. Everyone knows he's bringing Z conversion electric, right? That makes me think he might just plan for the Ghost, but that's going to make this Pokemon a little bit more predictable and maybe manageable, depending on what it can get through. But as you can see, that Bolt Beam is paying off. It's just going to completely sweep through Wellington. It's just wrecking everything. Oh my god, calm down. This thing is murdering. This goes for the Thibault. Oh, gets the crit to boot. Can you not? What a game. Over in 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Porygon Z sweep. Arizona Articuno saying, yeah, you said to assert authority. Done. Game 1 goes to him. I forgot to copy the game for game 2. No. Wait, maybe I did. Maybe I did? No, I didn't. Oh, no. I lost game 2. Okay, you'll have to look up in the box. I'll get them for you. Well, what more do you really want to say about that game? It was a stomp. I mean, what else can you say about it, right? It's as simple as that for the Arizona Articunos, right? It's just that simple. It's just, what do you... what, ta-da! Yes. Because, Ivan, it's in the competitive spirit, friend. We like keeping things competitive and fun here, right? But regardless, in that match, I mean, we've seen it time and time again. And maybe not that fast, but we've seen Scrubbington do that multiple times. Just brings out this good setup with Smeargle. I think Smeargle really was a good pickup for him, despite the fact that he kind of had some words about it and doesn't really necessarily like it. I think it's a great thing for him. It's the type of Pokemon that sets up his Pokemon, and it also complements the fact that he doesn't necessarily have like all these DD setups. He has for Alligator and Flygon to set up with speed and another stat. And he has stuff like Conkeldurr, Escavalier, Porygon Z, which can set up its own speed and stuff like that. And I just feel like, I don't know, it almost feels like, yeah, that Sticky Web combined with just allowing his team to kind of get this free, kind of predictable but kind of unpredictable utility at the same time. I really think that Pokemon complements his draft, and it's just done so much for him. So I really do enjoy watching this Pokemon just go to town, right? But we have a second game to look into. Can the Arizona Articunos close it out 2-0? And if they do, we have our top 5 guaranteed, unshifting. And we're just going to go from there. But it's game number 2. W. Wellington on the far side. Arizona Articunos up 1-0 on the close side. Let's take a look at what's coming out here. We see the Florge come out this side with the Dawn fans. So we see a little bit more defense this time. Try and set up those 2 offensive sweepers in the forms of Tracheon and Manaphy. Let's see if it's going to be able to do it. The Dawn fan will be nice. But again, Florge can stand in there on the Porygon Z. That thing is a problem. He's got to get that thing set up. And Smeargle comes out this time. It probably has the Focus Sash. So this lead with Durant might not be the best, but instead he does make the switch instead as the Iron Head actually ends up coming out. Surprised he didn't go for something like X-Scissor, because X-Scissor would have done a lot more damage to everything that could have potentially switched in on this. So if this thing is choiced in any way, which it looks like it is, Bronzong gets his free Stealth Rock up and maybe a Hazard or two. Honestly, alright, this thing's carrying Gyro Ball or something like that. I would have liked to see Manaphy. I don't know why. I want to see some type of offense, but we do see the Rapid Spin come out as the Reflex is going to come through. He didn't care about Hazard last time, other than Sticky Web. He cared about getting these screens up, and now PZ just comes in and tries again, right? Isn't that Brick Break anywhere? I don't see Defog on his team, right? This is a problem. Let's see what he goes for. The knockoff does come through as Light Clay actually is knocked off. Does not affect the screens, though, because the screens get the duration at the time that they're set up, not at the time when the item remains on the field. But Flygon instead comes through as the Rapid Spin does come out. Nice play by Ivan to actually block the ability to, try and go for the Earthquake, and it wouldn't work. Not that it would work on the Bronzong anyways, but he's going to keep those hazards out. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, though, because Dragon Dance comes through. We don't see Ice Shark coming through as knockoff is used for the Yachi Berry. So the Yachi Berry preparing for Ice Shard on the Dawn fan. Well played by Scrubbington to actually bring that. Which might tell me he's not running Outrage, maybe? Not running Outrage? But the fact we don't see Ice Shark coming out, especially after that knockoff, ooh. This could be bad, because that's a Roost, which means I think this thing might be running Dragon Claw and Earthquake. And it looks like Ivan is just saying, well, I'm going to try and get those light screen down before I go into something else. But I mean, maybe he waits for the +4, switches in the Flurge on the Roost, and starts going for Moonblast. But I think it might be too late here. That's +3. That Earthquake's going to hurt. Unless that Flurge is max XP, max defense. I don't even know if it can kill with a Moonblast from there. I would assume no. Not from 100%. But it does look like, I guess he's recognizing that loss. He just gives it. It was looking bad, and it looked like he just says, that's okay. He's gonna take it. With that, though, Scrubbington is your Pro Pokeball Season 3 regular season champion, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to him. Once again, getting to the top, holding the points, giving himself that nice first seed buffer zone. Which means he will be going up between, again, which works out even better for him. He will be going up against the winner between W. Wellington and Houston Aluchas, both which he had a fairly decent time against. So, already the playoffs. Good night, Ivan. Already the playoffs are looking like a good boost for the Arizona Articunos to already go to the finals. I'm going to say it. It looks really good for them. Just with the fact that if you look between the battle between the Houston Aluchas and W. Wellington, and then you go back and look at the Arizona Articunos and how they played against both of them. Yes, Houston Haluchas gave him a little bit more trouble, but he just had a problem with answering his Pokemon. And looking at W. Wellington, even harder, right? And we didn't see anything weird come out of that, out of the side of Lord Scrubbington. We just saw standard play. Again, another example of just standard Pokemon and standard comps coming out. Nothing weird popping up, and as a result, Arizona says, I got this. He didn't play Rich? Didn't he play? He didn't play him that weekend? I thought he did. I thought he played. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, you freaking didn't. Who was I thinking of then? Was I thinking of Ivan? Maybe I'm just. You know what? I think I'm confusing my seasons or losing. Looking to replace Noob during Pro Pokeball. Got it. You know what, though? I mean, if it's anything like it's against the LA Ledians, I feel like Articuno still have it, though. I don't know. I feel like if he could set up that easily against that, yes, Ivan's team is a little more susceptible to that type of sweep. But, I don't know. I still feel like Arizona Articuno is like that. And we'll have to see. Okay, what was the matchup then for W. Wellington? It was a 1-1 here, so I mean, it could go either or. So at this point, if you're the Arizona Articunos, you hope that W. Wellington goes through to the semis, because that just looked like an absolute thrashing for Scrubbington. So GG to him. Congratulations to him holding that top spot. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. If I recall, there was a bit of a mistake in the side between Inert Fury and Ivan, and Ivan did find the in to start sweeping, so I'm curious. There's no way I could put notes. I wish I could put notes here. The other Mitch is not here yet. Thanks for the reminder, Scrubbington. You can have your 5 minutes of your life back. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the less invasive reminder. If you guys wanted a pro commentator, you wouldn't come to a pro PokeNoob. Just saying. But yeah, that's going to be good for him. I'm really liking his chances. I actually think the LA Ledians have the harder of the two paths for the semis. But, we'll have to see. We have to see the other two matches play out here. LA Ledians don't even have to worry about tonight's match, even if they take the 2-0. Hey, it's not like they're looking towards a tiebreaker. This is looking like a clean sweep for the end so far. It is really going to come down to whether or not the Ottawa Senators and the New York Ninetales play tonight. There you go, Frank. Yeah, we have the 2 out of 4 matches. We're willing to give the 2-0s here. I gotta say, though, I really wish Mitch showed up tonight, or he would show up tonight, because I really do want to see this match. Not because I want to see if he can 2-0 Key to Succession or whatever, but this is another one where it was like the Ottawa Senators versus Galissa Padres. I wish that one played out, because I was talking actually with my physiotherapist today about he likes to watch Tier 5 soccer, and it's not because, you know, you have fun watching people screw up more and have these things. It's almost like when you watch any esport, right? You want to see, looking at the top, you see the super clean stuff, but then you go towards the bottom, and it doesn't mean these players are worse as players per se. It just means they don't meet up to the expectations of the other players in the tournament. But when you see them go up against each other, it's almost like you get to see them go all in and be like, well, this is my strat, this is my strat. And then you get to see who really has the better play in that regard, right? It's almost like you're looking at someone who's like 7, 8 levels above you if you're looking at something between LA Legends and Glissa Padres. But if you look at Glissa Padres and Ottawa Centrics or Ottawa Centrics New York Ninetales, you may be looking at a difference of maybe 1 to 2 levels of skill type of thing. So he did say he was going to be here. And I did ask him too. He said he'd be here, so I don't know. But, I mean, it's always interesting to see it, right? And it's definitely not about, like, oh, let's watch the Clown Fiesta. It's definitely not that. It's always a pleasure to see these matches play out like that. And, yeah. We like to see it play out and just see these people go at it, right? Because Glissa Padres, especially, like, World Leader just brings these strats out that look really cool, right? Like, they look really cool, and they don't work most of the time, but when they do almost work, you're like, oh, this would have been awesome to see against, like, a 6th seed or 7th place or stuff like that, so. Either way, boys, I'm going to give them 10 minutes. In the meantime, I will start drawing up the dates, so I'm going to take a quick break to rest my voice and stuff like that. I will start drawing up the playoffs dates, because we pretty much know almost who's going to be in. And we will know if the New York Ninetales don't show up that the Ottawa Centrics will be the 6th seed. So I'll start drawing up those dates. Thank you very much for watching, guys. You've been watching the ProPokeBowl. I will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you very much for your patience. ProPokeBowl Season 3, Week 7. I have just basically... I've been basically planning out the times. I've been looking at my schedule. It looks like Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday of every week, except the 29th of October, is doable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of names. I'm going to send this, I'm going to share this to the people now, and I will put the dates in. I'm going to send this. Please do not give this to anybody else. Lord Scrubbington with the 4 months. Thank you very much for your support, sir. Thank you for coming back and being a nooblet. But let's give this to you here. Key to Succession, congratulations. I am giving you the 2-0. Not simply because you are here. Or sorry, not simply because you are here right now. You do seem to be the person who is the most consistently here. World Leader is here. Hey, look at that. It's not going to change the standings because he will be getting... Yes, we would, Mitch, but here's the thing. So the times of the change, the start time would change to earlier, right? Who have I sent to here? Frank, Tyler. There we go. Who else do I have to send this to? Whisper, Ivan Valdez. And... Nope, that's fine. October 30th is a Monday. We have a thing anyways that day. We have a podcast that day. Who have I sent to? Oh, Rich. Inner Fury. Thank you. There you go. Okay, so you guys all have the links. You 6 have the links. I'm going to put your teams in here. We'll get to your match right after this. Yeah, we'll get to your match right after this, World Leader. But let me just get this set up so these guys can start voting on it while they're watching. So the way that it works is basically vote yes or no for the day. I'll put the times. The Wednesdays would be something like 7 p.m. Eastern Time start. And the weekends, a Saturday would be something like 5 p.m. Eastern Time start, and a Sunday would be something like 2 p.m. Eastern Time start. So I'll put those times in this list right now, so you guys can start looking at that. Houston, I do apologize here. Let me switch over here. And so let me just put these dates here. So oh, you guys probably don't have permission to. Don't do. Oh, okay. Okay, Mitchie. Can I do it later? I have to make it 6 p.m. Nah, 5:30. Let's do 5:30. I gotta make sure I get home in time from work and stuff like that. Fridays I probably can't do, Frank. It's a really early day for me. You're booked on the weekends? Okay. So if you're looking for a Wednesday, then you're gonna have to go with that. Another day I can do... Tuesday's a no-no. Well, nah, Tuesday's too rushed. I could do a Monday. I can do a couple of Mondays in there. Here, we'll do it this way. Here we go. There is a poll open, boys. Vote on it. Late Saturday I can't because I have work early Sunday mornings. so I can't do that. I've put up a poll, ladies and gentlemen. You can vote on the playoffs one day or two. What will work better for you? I'm going to put these dates up really quickly. If you got here, that's not going to do it. There we go. Oh. Come on over here. Here, you guys can take a look at this while I put these times up. Okay, so we'll do Monday. We'll throw Monday in here as well, I guess. But it has to be like a 7 p.m. Eastern time start. Trying to think Mondays is... No, I can't do Mondays. Okay, it's got to be Wednesday or Saturday. That's pretty much it. Alright, you guys want Wednesdays, we'll do Wednesdays. Can we start earlier either way, though, right? It wouldn't be, well, no, because it'd be, you know, potentially in between 6 to 10 games would be slightly long. Can we start a little bit earlier then? Can we start like 8? Okay, here, vote on this then. Vote on these days. So we got October 11th, October 18th, October 25th, November 1st. 8 p.m. Okay. Put down in this list, yes or no. You all have permission to edit on it. You guys can edit. Put yes or no. Y or N. That's pretty much it. That's why I'm saying if everyone's on time, we start at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm okay with that. And if we're going to go honor system where people aren't going to change their teams, I'm okay with that. But, you know, just don't be a dumbass and try and cheat in a free tournament. Come on. You can't, right? Are you kidding me? Does the link change? Oh, I bet you the link... Oh, my God. Here we go. All right, hold on. There we go. Ah! 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 And... who did I lose in there? Oh, Mitchie. Crap. How did I forget Mitchie? Here, go boys. You're good. November 1st. There we go. Let's get these votes down. And this will impact, because as I said last week, this will mean that you will have to make any playoff trades much earlier this time. So rather than waiting for Wednesday, or rather than waiting for Saturday and Sunday, I'm talking like it has to be ready by the next couple of days sort of thing, depending on what day we do it. Check your schedules. Get it all down there. Fair enough, Diego. World Leader, are you battling tonight? Oh my god, not this picture again. God damn it. This happens every year. Oh, man. Every year this happens, man. Well, okay, World Leader. Okay. Let me know if you have the stable connection if you want to battle tonight. The battle. I don't want to take away the battling integrity. You could take 7th place. If you do it. You are not needed, Frank. If you voted, I will put all the dates out on Discord if you want to look them up there. And then we'll go from there. Because right now you did get the 2-0. So, congratulations. Entering the playoffs as a sub-coach. Good freaking luck, friend. You're against Mitchie round 1. If he can battle, let's do it. I want to battle. Let's let him fight. I think it's only fair. He might be able to tie for 7th anyways, or even take 7th himself, so... He has nothing to lose but that, which is great. Unfortunately, you cannot, World Leader. Because of the 2-0, because Mitch didn't show up and potentially 1-1, you have 0 chance to make it to the playoffs. God damn it. So, Rich, if you vote on the days, we'll kind of determine from that. I'll give Ivan a day or two to vote, but right now it's looking like you guys want to do it as early as possible. I'm okay with that. If we end up doing it October 11th and 18th. So this is the way we're going to do it, right? Okay, if we're going to do 2 days, how's it going to go? Quarters one day, semis, finals the other day? That's a lot. Unless you're saying do quarters and semis all in one day. No, we have to do semis and finals all in one day. If it's not a yes, Mitchie, just put no. It's fine. Not ideal? Okay, we can do that too. It's fine. Even if it's split up between 2 weeks, that's fine too. Whatever. She goes for 3 Spellshasters again. Perfect. Okay, so let's get your battle going then when you can, World Leader. Set it up. Okay, so how do we want to do this, boys? Here, I'll let you stare at this face. How do we want to do this? Do we want to do quarters and semis in one night, and then finals in a separate night? Or do we want to do quarters one night, semis and finals another night? I think the semis and the finals make more sense to me, I guess. Yeah, the quarters a separate day, make more emphasis on the semis and the finals. Yeah, okay. So this will be day 1. Okay. But not everyone can make it to the semifinals the next night, most likely, right? Unless you talk about, like, the next tournament day we plan. Yeah, because really, to be honest... Well, can I see if you change things, though? Because I can't see EV changes. Not really. I'm not good at, like, I can't memorize damage calculations that well, so. But, I mean, you know what? It's like, it's honestly, if you want to cheat in this tournament, you won your name into a frickin' duck that I painted when I was 18 years old. Congratulations. You might win a Nubit, too. Yes, I know, Diego. I'm not saying you guys. I just want to make it as professional as possible. Either way, this works out. So, quarters one day. Semis and finals, day number 2. If we do end up doing this, we'll let Rich vote. We'll let Rich and Ivan vote. And then once they put down the days, right now it's looking like the consensus is the 11th and the 25th, which is perfectly fine. We'll get that going, so. But in the meantime, let's actually take a look at the rules just to remind everybody. Just give them a quick brush down on it. Give me one moment here. Just for the purpose of those of you who don't actually know how the tournament actually runs. It's very straightforward. The matches go through a best of 5. The teams that they give me on the pay spin of day 1 are the teams that they must carry through to the end of the playoffs, right? Just while World Leader's setting up. World Leader, let me know when you're ready to battle, and then we'll just go from there. Let me just get this on screen really quickly here. Come on, 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 come on. So there are no tiebreakers, nothing like that, so here we go. Here's the playoffs. Bam! Whoa, dude. Why did you... Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, here we go. So this is the way it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Seed 1, Seed 2 get a free bye. Seeds 3 versus against Seed 6, which will actually be New York Nidoran males versus, well, it looks to be the Ottawa Centrets in the quarterfinals, and Seed 4 versus Seed 5 In the semifinals, it's a Seed 1 versus the winner of the Seed 4 versus Seed 5 match, and then Seed 2 faces the winner of Seed 3 and Seed 6, and then the finals actually goes up between the winners of those. That's pretty much how it goes. Like I said, if you have everyone except Mitchie W and the Glissa Padres and New York Ninetales are not allowed to trade, simply because he made a trade in Week 7, so everyone can make one trade. That trade, once we've determined the dates, I will give you literally 24 hours. Literally, I will make this as clear as possible. I'll put it out on Twitter, on the channel feed, and in Discord. The moment I know, and I will give you 24 hours from that message to send me your trade, and you will be notified the next day, just so people have enough time to plan around these Pokemon. I don't want it to be as much a surprise as 3 days. I want to give you at least 5 days, something like that. Give you as many days as I possibly can to learn about the Pokemon. So I'll push for Rich and Ivan to vote on that as soon as they can. I'll put the dates out, and you guys can do that. Yes, you guys do have to show up. That's a good point, Scarberton, since we are doing it on 2 separate days. You both have to show up and give me your paste bins at the quarterfinals, just so that I have them. Again, like you guys said, I do trust that you will not cheat, but you will give me your paste bins that day. And of course, all of that information will not be public knowledge until the whole playoffs are done. So don't worry about whoever lost. Even the people who have lost, don't show what it is, because then what they can do is technically go off damage calculations. They can try and figure out if they really wanted to, but to save them that easy mode, you don't get to see anything until the end of the playoffs anyway, similar to that Lumberry Minior. Paul Frank. Paul Frank? Is that the way it's going now? Not Frank Paul. But does anybody have any questions about the playoffs? Seems to be pretty straightforward. You guys have all been pretty much actually in it for the most part. I think the only new person is Rich and Frank, so sounds good to me. All right. There we go. So make sure you please vote on this. Get this done as fast as you can, and then we just get to move on from here. Smiley face. Anyways. We do actually have one more match of the night. Let's battle, Diego. Let's go. I'm waiting for you. We do have one more match of the night. It will be the Glissa Padres versus the LA Ledians. Our expectations are quite non-existent in this match. This is one of those easiest ones I can vote because the points don't matter. Diego can't move up in seed, and unfortunately, the best that the Glissa Padres can do tonight is hold sole possession of 7th place. I would like to give a big shout out to both the Glissa Padres and New York Ninetales. Thank you very much for joining the tournament and for having fun with it. I think definitely both of them showed an evolution. Well, at least World Leader showed an evolution in his play. Definitely a lot more solid than what we saw in Season 2. And even Season 1, I believe, he was in it as well. Yes, I can't remember. But, we've seen that at least the strategies that World Leader's bringing out look good. And that they're actually having a better application to his opponents week by week. So that's a really good sight. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to pull him through. And for Mitch, brand new player, hasn't been playing very often, did okay for himself. The draft was quite good for him for the most part. I think for people who'd first joined the Pro Pokeball, you definitely see that drafting is quite difficult. And I think, again, that is the whole point of the skill of this matchup. And he got first taste of that, and hopefully if he does come back to do more, he will be there. You could do it, Diego, so you forgot. Oh, dear. But either way, tonight's going to be a really easy matchup. It doesn't matter how the points even go. He can either tie with a win for 7th place for the Glissa Padres or hold 7th place by themselves. But this should be a fairly straightforward one. World Leader can feel nice and free. Doesn't have to impact any standing, stuff like that. With the win for the Arizona Articunos, makes it super easy for them. So we'll just see what they get into. See if they want to bring out any shenanigans. I know Diego's already submitted me his paste bin. We'll just wait to see if World Leader can give me his paste bin, and we just go from there. Have super fun with it. It's like those matches you watch in like the actual professional like esports where like the points don't matter, so they just kind of like hide their secrets. This is a good opportunity though. If Diego did give me a team that has moves that won't necessarily show up particular playstyle that he wants to bring to the tournament, this is a great time for him to hide that. So I think that's actually kind of a skill in itself, is if you had to earn points but still try and hide your strategy, especially in the later half of the season, like when you know that you have a good position, or let's say you know you're not moving anywhere in the standings, it's not bad. Like, I'm not saying for people, again, to throw away their movesets and kind of just sandbag themselves. Part of the reason we're bringing incentives is to kind of avoid that, but, or we're going to try and bring in incentives anyways. But, you know, it is a skill in itself to actually hide and not be like, remind people, oh yeah, that Pokemon gets this. I should pay attention to see if that's going to be applicable to the playoffs. And as I mentioned, there will be a pre-show. I don't know when. We might just do it the day before the playoffs, but it's going to be a pre-show, just my analysis on what the standings look like, how the playoffs look to be playing out, and any Pokemon to watch for. So you will be seeing some of those statistics coming out sometime this week. This is the Thanksgiving weekend for myself, which means that we will be taking off probably the Monday. So if you see anything out of me, it probably will be Tuesday, October the 10th. So and yes, when he battled, I did see it was a New York Knitter and females. Nice try. Haha, funny. Anyways, but yeah, I think it'd be cool just to do another pre-show, similar to how we did a pre-show to the draft coming up, and just doing kind of an explanation of what to expect from the Season 3. Depending on these days that go through, we'll just go from there. Waiting on you, World Leader. Also, tomorrow I did put this out in a channel feed announcement, and I think I didn't put it on Discord because it's not an enormous deal. The schedule might be shifted around tomorrow because I do have some medical things I have to get done. I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do tomorrow. I'm supposed to get something. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to get an x-ray done. So, times might change for the tournament, but for now, or for the stream tomorrow, but for now, we have a third match tonight, the final match. No worries, give it to me afterwards, World Leader. Or just post it now and we'll be perfectly Gucci. The last match, or the last series of the regular season for the Pro Pokeball Season 3. Galissa Padres on the far side, LA Ledians on the close side. The points don't matter. This is now a show of whose line is it anyway. Let's take a look at the teams. I'm seeing a Trick Room team yet again coming out of the Galissa Padres, and I'm seeing a really interesting team that comes out for the LA Ledians. So, bringing the Mantine, bringing the Lycanroc without the Hippowdon. Let's see what they can do with these Pokemon. It technically doesn't matter. He does have a point. But either way, here we go. Lycanroc versus the Shuckle. The Shuckle might be trying to set up a Sticky Web or something of the sort. Might be trying to get. Actually ends up going straight for the Protect as the Stone Edge comes out. Now, we don't confirm whether or not this is choice in any way on the Lycanroc. This thing can run Choice Band. It is quite fast. So it can get away with something like that. You do see the Gigalith coming through as the Stone Edge does a lot of damage. That is a crit, but that's a lot of damage anyways against the Gigalith. And we do confirm that it is a Life Orb Lycanroc. So, maybe expected to take the hit a little bit better. That caught me off guard too. I know it's just pure rock, but Gigalith has a lot of defense. That sucks for World Leader, the crit especially, so that's just going to doom him to have to take a bunch of damage here. Not getting almost anything done. Don't tell me you used an illegal move, Galissa Padres. I bet you tried to have Custap here. Either way, he's just going to have to let the Gigalith die. That's just a lot of damage he had to take, and Lycanroc just has a fun time against that. Funnily enough, Lycanroc just has a good matchup against Galissa Padres. Can go for Earthquake against the Metagross and the Zoroark. Go for Stone Edge against, actually even against the Gengar, because it only has Curse Body this gen. And just Stone Edge is everything else. Like, wow. Lycanroc just says hello to the team. Interesting stuff. Snorlax, the pride and true glory of the Galissa Padres. The Pokemon that has done the most work for these guys, or for the Galissa, for World Leader. Brick Break comes through, is a two-shot, the Figgy Berry is popped. The Rock Tomb's actually going to come out, slow him down. It's not going to slow him down enough, I don't think, to the point where he will be able to kill him off from there. But he is going to make the switch to the Cresselia as the Brick Break actually ends up coming through. Predicts the Brick Break, maybe? I don't know. But either way, Brick Break does come out from Snorlax. Maybe he feels safe going for Belly Drum, but he doesn't. Instead, he actually ends up going into Gengar. We see a Rain Dance. What? Well, I said I wanted different strats. We see Swift Swim Kingdra coming out. Mantine's actually be the Pokemon that comes in first. We see the Protect on the Gengar, interestingly enough. These are definitely VGC sets. Everything has Protect. As the Surf from the Mantine comes out. Now, Mantine does have a lot of special defense. That's why it's able to live like that. But the Sash luckily lets the Gengar hit, at least. So Mantine has been brought really, really low. As Protect actually ends up coming through. He's just trying to waste turns of rain. I have a feeling that we'll have to see how long-term thing. I think it's Damp Rock. I feel like he'd just run around. Yeah, there it is. Freaking Damp Rock. Shuckle comes in. Is like, maybe I could take the hit in the rain. He's just going to end up going for Protect. It might not matter as the Roost comes out. He knows Protect's coming, so he's just going to keep himself healthy here. Gets 5 more smacks shot. Or actually gets 6 more shots out of this Mantine as long as it's not taking damage. That Surf is going to hurt Shuckle. This is one Pokemon that wants to fuck with Shuckle. And, yeah, she's going to do a lot of damage. You might see something like Rock Tomb come out of Shuckle as he actually what the? He actually sets up the sand to counter the rain that Diego brings out? What? Then again, we saw Sand Forest is probably the thing on the Gigalith. Oh my god. Oh, this is so... I'm so sad the Glissa Padres are not in the playoffs. That's... Oh, the fact that they had a chance and it got ruined by someone not showing up. This is... Not that World Leader's in a position to win against the LA Lydians right now, but this is what we're going to be missing out of Season 3. Unfortunate. Shoutouts to Daggerdrome for Diego bringing a rain team. Shoutouts to World Leader bringing a sand team. Daggerdrome Season 1 and Celebrity Edition. Go you two. Anyways, Thunder Punch comes out against the Cresselia. Cresselia doesn't actually take it that well. This is just going to going for the Rain Dance again. His Thunder Punch actually has the Paralysis this time. And the fact it's not healing, yeah, it definitely has Damp Rock because it lasted 8 turns anyways. But Kingdra is looking to sweep. As Thunder Punch actually does a lot of damage. Is that Choice Band Metagross? Jeepers. Hydro Pump goes through one shot. That was kind of expected, actually. We don't see a move on it, though, so I don't know. Specs? Otherwise, we would have seen Life Orb. I feel like it's Specs, because sometimes Kingdra in the rain can run that. If it kills Snorlax, it's definitely Specs. Most certainly Specs. Otherwise, Body Slam should kill from there. Unless it's like max HP, max special attack, and just uses the rain to super boost it. I can see that too. I can just see it. I don't know why. Don't reveal much, right? Spextra. This Pokemon I have pinged when I'm looking at Diego's team, and I'm like, this Pokemon's probably going to be brought standard, and some teams are going to have to worry about it. Is Diego on the side? Diego's not on the side with Ivan, so it's not like Ivan can use the Flourish against it. Holy mother of God. Is that Detect Snorlax? What? He went to his second Snor... I was going to say, he went to his second Snor... No, he went to his Zoroark. Definitely, that can't be Zoroark, because that didn't die from the hit. But then again, the other Snorlax was hit, so... You know what? Is that AV Zoroark? Wait a minute. Is that AV Zoroark? It's Kingdra in the rain. What the flying? I just got tripped out completely. I'm confused. That was the Snorlax. I was about to say. Zoroark does come in, has Detect. Maybe I missed a piece there looking away, but does block the Hydro Pump. He's trying to waste the Hydro Pumps, actually. Might get successful with this. 3 more. If he keeps missing it, it's going to be good for him. He's going to try and go for the double Detect. But he misses the Hydro Pump anyways. Let's continue the hacks, boys. Bright Powder Zoroark. Let's go. That's what he's got. It's definitely Bright Powder Zoroark. Extra Sensory comes through. Actually, it doesn't get the kill on him. His Life Orb, it's just going to be one shot. It doesn't die. We know this thing is most likely Specs. As the Snorlax has to hope for the miss to take out the Kingdra just to help him out. Not happening. GG. Game number 1 goes to the LA Legends. Well, is there much more to say about that game? They were just giant shoutouts to Dagger, really. Like, that game was just nothing but shoutouts to Dagger running weather nonstop. Shoutouts to him, man. Yeah. Sit back and relax, boys. We'll get into Game 2 soon enough. Have fun with it. We'll see what World Leader can bring this time with it, but, yeah. Streamer is in love with Dagger, but Dagger is not in tournament. Oh well. Either way, though. Let's bring it to Game 2. Bring it home. Nice and easy finish to the regular season. Despite the fact that, like, literally tonight was going to be the giant butt clencher between, oh my god, can we have a tie for first place? Can we have a tie for 6th place? And then, you know, it just goes the exact opposite way of what you expect. Or not expect, but just, like, the opposite way of what you would think could have been to be honest, a more competitive night. But hey, you know what? Tournaments and lives go like that. I'm not going to complain. It spares my voice. So as I mentioned, after this match, Rich, if you can... Here, I'm going to send you a thing. Make sure you can vote on those days ASAP, please. Like, put your availability in those days. The time will be... What we'll probably do is... For the quarters, let's do 8:30. And then for the semis and the finals, we'll do an 8 o'clock start. Hi, guys. We'll probably do like an 8 o'clock start and go from there type of thing. Maybe try and get more stuff out of the way sort of thing, so we'll just go from there. Unless you guys think it should be even earlier. I could do as early as, I could set it to 7. I could do 7 if people could do 7, that type of thing. Maybe, you know what, maybe 7's better. We'll do 7 for the finals, for the semis and the finals. Let's do 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, here we go. Boop. Game number 2. Let's go. Game number 2 between the LA Ledians on the close side, Glissa Padres on the far side. Glissa Padres down 1-0, but let's see what they can bring out with the Glissa Pod representing and the Team Skull music to fit. This is indeed, ladies and gentlemen, the last battle for the ProPokeBowl. I would like some ProPok highs with a 7 in chat, please. Either way, we see the Talonflame. Oh, we see just a complete mix-up of the team from the side of Sweet D. We see a Trick Claydol, give him the choice scarf, and he takes the choice band. Interesting. That didn't work out, I don't think, in his favor. But either way, the choice scarf on a Talonflame is kind of pointless, really. That just makes him super, super fast. But Claydol can hit really hard with the Zen headbutts now. Either way, though, Talonflame does get the Brave Bird off. It has hurt itself, so if it had, like, Roost, actually it wouldn't, it's choice band, but either way. I think that actually helps him. Not really. It doesn't. He's fast and everything on the side. But we do see the Vileplume come in from the side of Glissa Padres. That could easily be the Chlorophyll legendary Solar Beam Vileplume that he brought out before. So Flare Blitz comes out. He is going to lock himself into it just to do it more damage than the rest of the team. That actually does a fair amount of damage. I'm wondering how much damage that Choice Band's going to do. Well, Choice Scarf. I wonder if the Glissabot could take, it probably could take 2 hits. It shouldn't die to 1 hit. It's a normal hit, so. Be able to go for Liquidation and actually kill a Pokemon. But instead he switches out. Chestnut, hey, he takes the hit. Rock Slide comes through. So he's not going to get hit by any Rocky Helmet stuff. It's not going to be a lot of damage in general to the Chestnut. But Chestnut actually doesn't have, well, it has Rocky Helmet, so it wouldn't have leftovers. What am I saying? Aha. He's going to make the switch to the Vileplume as the Woodhammer is going to come out. Do absolutely nothing to that Vileplume. Well played by World Leader to tank that hit as much as possible. This Vileplume has run Chlorophyll Sunny Day before. Z Sunny Day. He got the +1 speed, plus he's in the sun. Should be really good. He actually goes for the Attract, but for some reason, Pokemon is not into it. Males can't attract males. I disagree. I've attracted the internet with my face. Anyways. Vileplume, unable to impress the Talonflame. Yeah. Oh well. To be honest, like, these are one of those moves in the games where you go, yeah, it is a bit not up to times, isn't it? It's kind of sad, but either way, Golisopod comes in, Flare Blitz comes through. Wow, that was a crit? Interesting. That was a crit. Oh, the eject button. Wow, that actually... So, actually, would have taken like 3 hits. But he's going to send it flying, though, so the eject button's going to work in his favor. You meant red card. Oh. Wow. You had emergency exit and eject button. He put the wrong device on his Golisopod. But either way, Gengar now gets to come in. Easy switch for World Leader. And hey, look, it's already an emergency exit range that it can switch itself. Cursed Body's not going to matter. He's going to go for the kill with the T-Bolt. That actually takes a Pokemon out on the side of the LA Ledians. Hitmonchan's now going to come in. Might be carrying Bullet Punch, but most likely just going to go for the Ice Punch. Can take the hits up. Has a very high special defense. And is actually faster than the Gengar. So again, this is that Trick Room Gengar. And he does get Cursed Body twice in a row. So just luck for days on this. So Vileplume's now going to come in. The Ice Body, you know what? Ice Punch is disabled. If Vileplume wants to set up, this is the time to do it. The Alolan Muck does come in as the Dazzling Gleam comes through. Nice choice by World Leader to bring that for the coverage. Except that Alolan Muck takes the hit just a little too well. A little bit. It's going to be about a 9-hit KO. 10 hit, maybe 11-hit KO, depending on the damage rolls. But Metagross is now going to come in as Knockoff comes through, does a bunch of damage to Metagross. It was indeed a choice band Metagross. Based on the damage we saw from Thunder Punch last game, yep, that was definitely a choice banded Metagross. At this point, it comes down to how much damage can he actually do with an Earthquake, and what else is he going to do? Got the Snorlax waiting in the back for that Trick Room. He's like, just Trick Room me, I'll win. How you doing, Breezers? Anyways, I'm doing well tonight, Breezers. We just finished. This is the end of the regular season for Season 3. We're heading into the playoffs right after this in the next coming weeks, so super excited about that. Spiky Shield on the Zen Headbutt takes a bunch of damage to himself. If only it procced the likes of Rocky Helmet at the same time, that'd be disgusting, by the way. Oh no! And World Leader has lost internet connection. What do we do? Hotspot has failed him. Well, we'll wait. Except this battle already has 2 players. No, let me in. I'll take over for World Leader. I can win from here. I know I can. Give him a second, boys. Let's see if he can get back in. And with that surrender from the LA Ledians, Golisopodres take Game 2 on the week, tying him for 7th place with the New York Ninetales. Congratulations to World Leader. We didn't think he could do it. In the end, he was able to do it simply by using a move that disgusts Diego. Well played by him. What are the tabloids gonna say about this? Or what are people like look at the future looking like this? Tiebreaker match? I guess so. Here we go. At the end of the week, Golisopodres actually comes out. You can't tiebreak for 7th, but hey, you'll take it anyways, right? Congratulations, man. You guys could do a tiebreaker match. While you're doing that, actually, you know what? You guys do the tiebreaker. I'll start preparing the bracket for next week. Let's get the bracket ready for you guys so you guys can take a look at it. Here we go. tournament. What screen am I on while I'm doing this? There we go. Oh, I should probably show this off because, you know, this is important, by the way. Congratulations to first place being the Arizona Articunos. We're the adversary of the Aliens. And maybe next time, as usual, the New York Nidoran males. All out world leader. Sounds good, Breezers. But yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be the regular season for the Pro Pokeball. We'll have the tiebreaker match come for World Leader and Diego. But for now, let me get this ready for you right here to get the bracket for the playoffs going. Tournaments. Let's get this going here. Don't remember how I did this before. So we're about to figure this out together. It's pretty sad these days where, you know, I do something and I just don't remember how I did it. Sucks. Actually, let me grab... What am I saying? Nope. Single stage tournament? Is it a single stage tournament? I like it doesn't have Sun and Moon in there yet. It actually doesn't have Sun and Moon in for this yet. Single elimination. Yes. Continue. Oh, shoot. Advanced options. No! Alright, here we go. Those are the seeds. There we go. Settings. Advanced. I don't think this actually matters. Yeah. And seeds don't need to. Extensions, permissions. We're good. What the? Huh? Okay, hold on. Yeah, first, second seed. Switch to third. There we go. Oh, yeah, we got it organized. Okay, good. There we go. I don't know, Diego. I just kind of found it on, I kind of found it on the internet. I know, this is the true wait screen for the Pro Pokeball. This, like, the intro page might change, and other things might change. This will never change. Shoutouts to Microsoft Publisher. The upgraded version of Paint. Even though Paint did our intro. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got your challenge ready to go. Arizona Crew should be there. Other lanes are there. 4th, 5th, 3rd, 6th. There we go. Start the tournament. Now this should be something that gives me the points. Yep. Here we go. There's your bracket. Perfect. Let's close this out. We don't need these anymore. Things get slightly simpler around playoff time. So let's just show it quickly on screen here for you guys to take a look at it. Here you go. Here is your playoff bracket right there. W Wellington versus the Houston Haluchas. And then the New York Ram Males versus the Ottawa Centrets. And then they'll be feeding themselves into the winners will be going up against the Arizona Articunos in the top bracket. The LA Ledians at the bottom side of the bracket. Super excited, and then we go straight to the grand finals there. So the quarterfinals, again, will be one day, and then the semis and the finals will be a separate day. This should be super, super interesting. See how it goes, but yeah, that's all you need to look at. There you go. I will update that on the channel to make sure that we get that going. There you go. Get that there. I have so many things to do. Holy crap. Well, we need all the days voted on. That's the thing, right? I'll give it... So this is what I'll do, basically. Oh, God. I don't know. Okay, you know what? I won't wait for it. I'm just going to assume these days, and we'll just make them have to do the trade. So let's do this. Your trade deadline, because no matter what day we start, we should still get the same amount of time. You just have more time if you have to prepare. So far, October 11th is looking good. Doesn't matter if it wasn't looking good. Let's make the trade deadline. An extra day? Do we make it an extra day? GSC0520, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate the support, friend. Welcome to the end of the regular season of the ProPokeBowl. We are just planning for playoffs right now. Trades due. That's not where I'm typing it. Trades due. Let's do. Do that. They will be due Friday, October the 6th. Let's just do that. Okay, so they'll be due this Friday. And I will announce them as early as I can on the Saturday. Just to show you guys that. So, we'll just do that. So your trade deadline, you guys have to send it in by Friday. And then Saturday you'll know. So it's an extra day for you to know or not, but, you know. Go from there. And yes, I'm going to get rid of sticky notes. I don't want that many things shown up. I'll leave you with this picture while we wait for the next battle to start up. It is going to be game number 2 soon, so once World Leader gets his prep ready, we'll just go from there. I am excited for these playoffs, though. I think it will be super cool. I don't want to give any predictions again. Like I said, I want to do kind of a pre-show thing, and I think I'll do that the Tuesday. I'll confirm that, but I think I'm going to do the pre-show on Tuesday. Just give myself the insight and give myself some extra time to look at it and things like that. Again, like I said, we cannot actually start we cannot technically start the playoffs until we get all 6 Pokepastes. So please make sure for the 6 of you that are in it that your Pokepastes are ready and are given to me. I have to actually see them because what I'm going to do is actually literally print them off. So if you're going to put it on Discord, put it up early. I'm going to put that also in Discord. If you're going to send it to me via Discord, send it earlier so that I'm actually going to print them off and do some tracking with it and things like that. So just keep that in mind. This freaking picture, man. Well, Leader Rory, man. What a quiet and pleasant night. This definitely has been a much easier night for it. Again, it was supposed to be like super tight on the scores, and yeah, no. Not even a chance. Oh, did you guys see the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Japanese trailer that was put out today? Dear God, man, it's looking like freaking Dragon Ball Z in there. It's insane. I don't know what it is. Like, so apparently he's stealing the light from the normal world and corrupting it, making Ultra Beast with it or something like that. I don't know. I can't read Japanese, but definitely super, super interesting. Have a good night, Scrubbington. Thanks for coming out, man. It might be next week. I'll confirm the dates. Right now, it's looking like October 11th and October 25th. I will put out the times as per usual, but it's looking like that so far, so. We'll see. Something's dying upstairs. I don't know what that is. Okay, World Leader, if you don't answer me, man, I'm just gonna go. Like, not even Diego's here anymore. He's gone, so. No, I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, World Leader. Oh, you're not in the PTS. That's why. Like, I saw you were here. It's just not on Showdown, so. No problem, World Leader. But yeah, no, playoffs look really good this year, or look this season. Particularly looking more towards the LA, or sorry, the LA. Well, no, it's not the Arizona Arcuna side actually. It's W Wellington versus Houston on Luchas. I think that's going to be the more unpredictable one because I do believe that Ivan can take that, go to the semis, and maybe have Scrubbington have a run for his money. Although if anything looked like this week, I don't know, like. I hope he does better in the next quarters. Like, I hope he does better in quarters, because if he does go through, he can't play like that against Scrubbington, right? The man even plans to stand a chance. We've seen him make it through multiple means before, right? It is Pokemon, stuff happens, and he can get a little bit of RNG in his favor, and he can just move straight to the finals and take a favorable matchup, right? And who's to say that maybe Key to Succession can't take Diego out of the playoffs? Maybe Mitchie can. Right? There are these potentials. We did see that again. It was Mitchie had an issue with cleaning out that hazard stacking that he dealt with, but who's to say he can actually get away with it? Although it was pretty standard for Diego to bring that, so it's not the worst idea for Mitchie to maybe pick up a rapid spinner, right? That could be definitely a playoffs pick for sure. Just seeing that Serena come out, so. Definitely looking forward to that good stuff. Okay, so if I have to get my X-ray tomorrow... Oh, jeez. Do I do, like, an afternoon stream? I'm probably not going to do a night stream. More of an afternoon one, so... let's figure out the times here. We're probably going to do, like, a 2 to 6 tomorrow or something like that. Hey, Dag, are you around? Race tomorrow, Poke. We haven't played any PTCGO this week, or have we? No, that was Sunday, right? We played Sunday? Or Monday? I didn't do Monday, did we? No, we did some. We just traded up to a race afterwards. World Leader, man, come on, dude. I'm sitting here burning film, literally. People are gonna look at this being like, oh my god, there were actually 4 series tonight. No. Infinite disappointment every time. And I need to use the bathroom, so hurry the hell up, bro. I understand there has to be some masterpiece you're preparing, but... Diego and World Leader are playing a tiebreaker, supposedly. Rich, did you vote? on the playoff dates. I'm assuming you are the anonymous narwhal. Yeah, so we have 4 dates there. Yeah, they're all Wednesdays. Just let me know if you're all good on all the Wednesdays. I'm going to get Ivan to do it and then go from there. Okay, in that case, are you good for all those Wednesdays I put in this sheet? 11th, 18th, 25th, November 1st. Alright, sounds good. So I'm going to fill that in for you. So far, those are your days off. Okay. So far, it's looking like October 11th for the quarterfinals, October 25th for the semifinals and the finals. Make sure you have your PokePaste ready for me. So, Rich, bring it to stream. I actually want to print it off and stuff like that. So I need it on my body. Or tell me it's going to be in Discord and give it to me a day in advance or earlier time so I can pull it off from there. Sounds good? Alrighty. I didn't know that World Leader was talking about... Apparently Glissopods are ready. Oh, Glissopods! No! World Leader, he's not here! That's definitely not what I said. And Rich, no, I'm not getting a tattoo. He's not... No, World Leader. I thought you meant because you beat Diego. Oh, Jeebus. I'm sorry, dude. He's not here. That's kind of why it screwed you. You would have gotten a whole week if that was a deal anyways. Nah, Diego's not doing it, he said. World Leader does have honor, though, and I'm good with that. I'm glad. I mean, I would give you 7th place anyways, because you showed up anyways. Give the man his game if you can, please, Diego. You might as well give him... Oh, you know what? No. Let's let him fight me. Nah, man. Let him fight me. Let's see. He's messed up because he has challenged ProPokeNoob. Where's my music? I need very specific music for me. Hold on. What is my soundtrack? I got it. What's the team I'm bringing? Let's bring back a 6th gen team. Let's do it. One sec. I gotta find the team. Oh, dude. Where's that one team? Hold on, where's that one? Can I run this still? Can I do this? Oh my god. It's been so long since I brought this team out. Woof. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Where is it called? Where is it? Alright, let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. I'm bringing this team out. This was my really old team. Let's go. I'm turning off my face for this one. Silence, it begins. That was such a build-up for literally nothing. Okay, hold on. We got this. We're not done. I'll bring a different team, though. You're right. I shouldn't bring a full OU team. What are my teams like, even? Bring a less OU team. Oh man, I need a team that's just like. Well, was that team even all O? That team wasn't all OU anymore. Actually, you know what? I'll know what I do. I know what I'll do. Watch this. Guile's theme. Are you sure, man? Are you ready for that? Hold on. Let me just build this team real quick. I'm about to get destroyed, but that's fine. Let's do it. That's... You want to do it, Rich? Alright, I need you to come on Skype, though. You gotta do Skype. Oh god, it's pitch black. Why did I do that? No, I can't do it on Discord, man. It's gonna kill my computer. Nice spyware. I don't remember what this thing runs. I'm using the app, Diego. You guys keep asking. Yeah, Rich. You keep complaining, bro. You keep complaining, you.
The screen still hasn't popped up for the call. Why am I using this?
Hi, Rich.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm alright. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just building the team. I'm building the team based off the trades. Why is that Pokemon so freaking big?
Because it want to be like it want to be.
True.
Hi, Diego. Hi, Beta Cuck.
So how do you feel about being in the ProPokeBowl playoffs?
It's lit.
It's lit, man.
I am basically EU. I tie all people except for the one that I couldn't even get to, Baby Rage.
That's okay.
But I would have tied.
Are you feeling confident that you're gonna make it through?
If I can stop getting luck and cheesed, yes. But that's not gonna happen because I've slowly come to the realization that this is nothing but luck and cheese. So.
Wow. Why did you just go there though? You can't just go there like that. How is this luck and cheese? Oh, is it because he made it in?
Just did.
So because Diego's in it?
Maybe.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
Got
Strong
it.
maybe. About like 60%.
Got it.
Not 100, but about 60.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, what's going on?
I'm building a team.
For?
Battling him.
Who are you battling?
World leader.
Okay, you're battling World Leader. You're using Diego's team?
No, I'm using my own team.
You're using your own team. Diego doesn't want to play him again because...
I have no idea. Diego's a bitch.
Okay, I mean, we really don't need more of a reason. Let's
True.
be honest.
That's very true.
Or, sorry, any more explanation aside from Diego's a bitch, because Diego is, in fact, a bitch. Don't sit there and drop question marks, you bitch. Don't sit there and drop question marks.
And why couldn't you just be my co-commentator forever, man?
Because I had to play in this one. I said I'd play him, and you told me to get lost, huh?
Tell him to get lost.
Wait. So you told him to get lost? Hello? Wait, whose man's? Whose man's am I blaming?
I told him that I'm taking over. He asked me to battle. I'm like, yeah, let's do it, man.
Dude, disgusting Dude, I agree. What the fuck? Disgusting hoax makes one of his precipitants get on Skype to get his computer infected.
Yeah, okay.
Where's the fake news CNN to report on this?
Mm-hmm. Where is it, man?
Where's fucking Riot Games?
Where is it, man?
Dude, speaking of Riot Games, who's ready for Victorious Ardent Sensor?
Oh, Jeebus, dude. Good God. I'm not looking forward to that. Not in the slightest. It's so boring.
I'm honestly hoping, Jesus, that.
Oh really? You hoping he shows up? Agreed.
Jesus, take the wheel. Take it from my hands, so I don't have to play this shit anymore. I will let it go. I don't remember. Give me one more chance.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Jesus, take the wheel. My name is Carrie Underwood. Ask me anything.
I really don't want to.
Why not?
I don't know. Your name is Carrie Underwood.
But I am a famous country singer who was from American Idol, who did a great chicken clucking impersonation on her audition video.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually like pretty scary. Like I closed my eyes, and it sounded literally like a chicken.
Oh, God.
Like, let me show you. Carrie Underwood.
Why do I want to be shown this?
Carrie Underwood clucks like a chicken.
Nobody wants to be shown this.
It's in slow motion. Dude, there you go. That's Carrie Underwood clucking like a chicken.
Just for that, you're becoming a bitch Pokemon.
Yeah, it's in slow motion too. Carrie Underwood. Look at that video description. Carrie Underwood clucks like a chicken during American Idol audition. What more? Wait, Carrie. Wait, audition.
What?
American Idol audition.
Audition?
American Idol audition. Not audition.
Uh-huh.
Audition.
Mm-hmm.
Audition.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Whose man's is Carrie Underwood?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Whose man's is Antler Addict? The man's who uploaded this video. Why did he have to slow motion Carrie Underwood clucking like a chicken? Asking for myself.
Audition.
Yeah, man's literally said audition and not audition. Like, what? Dude, I was gonna go get food, right?
Yeah.
And like, I came back to like read chat before I left, and then fucking
We need you.
Diego was like, "Let Rich commentate." No, like, wait, me commentate? Me get on Andrew's stream and talk? And I was like, all right. And then you're like, get your ass on Skype, because for whatever reason, Discord breaks my computer, yet Skype doesn't. Thinking emoji.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird.
Can you use these funds to just invest in a new computer? Like, Jesus.
I'm not making anything. How about you give me some money?
My dude, I've been subscribed to you now for what, 3 months?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that pays for a computer, dude. $750. Not even half of that. Yeah, it's $750. Wow. I appreciate your concern.
Think about it. Yeah. You
I'm almost done. I have one
appreciate
Pokemon
me
left.
giving you fucking money every month.
I do appreciate it.
Funding your broke ass.
Thanks, man.
No problem. I think next season I'm just gonna go commentate.
Really? You don't want to continue?
This is way more fun than missing Toxic on an Alomomola twice. This is way more fun.
Yeah, you get to make fun of it. Isn't it great?
I get to sit here and just shit talk instead of get shit on. And then still win because he choked and didn't go crook on fucking.
Yeah, what the?
Like,
this is a league print plup. We're just having a little bit of fun at the end of this. I'm gonna battle a guy who didn't have his opponent show up, so here we go. ProPokeBowl Championship.
Like, whose man's is fucking? Whose man's is Mitch?
SMOU. Validate. Validated. All right, here we go. It's all you, dude. Here we go.
Okay, wait. Hang on. I need to fucking get on Showdown, Jesus. Okay, I'm on Showdown. Link me the battle. Find user.
Can you hype up the match?
All right, so in the left corner, coming in at 4'9" tall, weighing a staggering 72 pounds. It is your host and beautiful, beautiful Twitch content streamer, ProPokeBowl Noob. And his opponent coming in the right corner, weighing in at 260 pounds, coming in at 6'4", I'm going to guess, is the ever magnificent captain of the Golissa Padres, world leader. It's over 9,000. Looking at the teams, we don't know Andrew's teams because he just built this shit and he can effectively counter team and do whatever the fuck he wants. However, world leader is probably going to bring the opposite 6 Pokemon what the fuck he brought the first time, because that's what he did against me. And knowing that, no wait, that's what Marie did against me, because I didn't actually play world leader, because world leader was a no call no show, and they subbed out Marie. I'm thinking of the same person, correct? Ah yes, here we go. Now let me actually get into the live game so that I'm not disgustingly lagging behind watching the fucking Twitch stream. Alright, so if you look at Andrew's team, did Mans pick from the sub roster? Mans just picked from the leftovers, so he's got the threat, he's got Chatot. He's got the fucking Abomasnow with the Jinx synergy. He's got a Rabombe, which who the fuck knows what Rabombe does besides be really fast with a Buck Fairy type. He has the Alolan Rat, and then a random ass Probopass that's just sitting there looking hot. Meanwhile, my main guy, the Golissa Padres, user world leader, hits over 9,000. The Zoroark's sitting over there just looking to sit in here, come in disguised as this Golisopod, or this Gengar, heck, or this Gliscor. Heck, you know what? Fucking the Zoroark could be anything. It's everything possible. Looking at lead matchups, I mean, it really doesn't matter because I think the Glissopods are either going to lead fucking Shuckle and just get rocks up ASAP, or they're going to lead with the Gengar, obviously. Now, Dark Normal type, Andrew's probably not going to want to stay in here, potentially take a focus spot. Okay, he does not care. Nobody cares. Scouting with Protect. Outspeeding. Oh, see, Bop. Wait. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just had a Zoroark go for Attract. I am uncertain what to say here, AMA. However, Bombay is out. It is fucking dancing up a storm up in here. The slow taunt coming in from the... Wait, that thing has 900 base speed. What the hell? Thing's so fast. Protecting for literally 0 reasons. Wait, attack, protect, taunt. What is this? What is this set? Why? World Leader, what is you doing? Wait, you're giving him more quiver dances. Why aren't you taking this opportunity to quiver? Okay, well, you're effectively walled. Unless you have, like, hidden power ground, you're not touching this Chandelure. But then again, after seeing that set, I'm not sure what the hell this Chandelure is. Okay, fires off a Shadow Ball. Somewhat standard. I have some solace, at least in the Chandelure set. The fucking Zoroark is just is out in left field. I have no idea what is going on with that. Gliscor comes out. Veteran Rocks by ProPokeBowl. Did not click knockoff though to potentially knock off the Gliscor's items. Goes out to the Houston Chatot, so it's not a Hawlucha, that's a Chatot. Incorrect bird. Good attempt though. Choice Specs has been knocked off. No Boom Burst will be had here today. Goes for Fling. Fling's the toxic. Oh my god. Veteran Fling. Wow. Deeps. Wait. Is that a max speed Gliscor? That's a max speed Gliscor. That's a max speed. Oh, well, you're not getting outsped with the max. Like, no. You're not getting. Alright, so. World Leader has officially had a meltdown from all the craziness and has just decided to leave the building. If anybody would like to take in if he is stupidly unregistered his account, you can do so by changing your name to Golos of Padres and clicking the Join Battle button. If he has his account registered, then effectively, you can't do shit. In lieu of everything, I shall now attempt to do that right now. Golos of Padres. Choose name. He has his account registered and it's protected. So, World Leader is not a total baboon. Good on you, World Leader. Good on you. Quite possibly. At 6'4", I'm not sure which monkey species he might be. It's very difficult to tell.
I'm just curious. Where'd you come up with
range
4'9" and 82 pounds? I'm 5'4" and 150.
Close enough.
Yeah, sure.
All irrelevant. You are shorter than me, therefore you can be anywhere from 3'6" to 5'8".
Yeah, you can also eat me if you wanted to.
Is that a fat joke?
No! It's an intimidation joke, because you're like...
Chad, is that a fat joke? Yes, yes.
Wow.
Please vote yes on this newest straw poll that I will now be creating within the next 15 seconds of you hearing this message. Straw poll. I can't spell straw poll. So, interesting factoid about myself. Once it passes about 11 o'clock at night, I effectively lose the ability to perform basic typing skills. Is what Andrew just said to me a fat joke, and why is the answer yes? And here is your straw poll. We have... Wait. Never mind. I thought that there was a game still going on. Unfortunate. Please do indeed link. Submit your answers right now. Go ahead and go to view results. Rip Diego, 2K12 through 2K17 is currently in first with 1 vote. With World Leaders Endeavor coming back, and Haha 12, by the way, Haha tied for second. This now effectively is more entertaining than this game, and has therefore had more actions in 11 turns than World Leader clicking Attract. Maybe you're disconnecting World Leader because the Spoken Gods are punishing you for using Attract, Protect, Zoroark.
He can legitimately
And they should
win
be
this
even
against
more
me.
disappointed in ProPokeNoob for being absolute dog shit.
Dude, I played for like how many years
For
now?
losing to Attract, Protect, Zoroark.
I'm losing to a max speed glide score. Who does that? Okay, everybody does that.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Okay, I did go for the modest chat talk, to be fair.
Okay, wait. So wait. He joined, used acrobatics, killed the
Chat talk.
chat. I was about to say Halucha. I was like, it's not a Halucha.
Yeah.
Not my man's. And you went out into your potential Abomasnow to potentially check him with Ice Shard. And then he just disconnects again because you obviously sent
He's
a
scripting.
Hailstorm up to poor World Leader to knock out his modem. That's not nice.
Yes, I'm jamming his signal.
See, in Smogon, we would consider that cheating, and you would get tour banned. But this is your tour, and we can't tour ban you from your own tour. Ever lucky, rubber ducky.
I stand
My
by my move
apologies.
clip.
How could I forget the taunt, World Leader? I do apologize sincerely.
I think it was also Detect. Was it Detect or was it Protect? I think it was Protect. Okay, he's back. Let's go.
This one definitely used Protect. Okay, so we're apparently back here in this godforsaken battle. Knockoff has been proceeded, and the score just dies. There is no item on. There's no item that has been knocked off of this Abomasnow, so it is either a Mega Abomasnow or it has a Z Crystal. World Leader, please keep that in mind. It is Mega. Congratulations, now Mega Abomasnow has the potential to possibly get outsped by a final gambiting Shuckle. That effectively did 43% of the Abomasnow's effective HP.
Why is your Shuckle faster than me?
And then just died. People running speed investment on Shuckle in the year 2017. Lol.
I have 96 speed. Doesn't he not have that?
He must have greater than. Interesting. He goes out into the Golisopod, properly named after his team, aka the team mascot, to properly check the threatening Mega Abomasnow. Hashtag Make America Great Again. Wait, no. Wrong president. Change is coming. Didn't even go for the first impression. Doesn't need stab. Just goes for the poison jab. Expecting the Bombe switch. Crep question mark. But it did cover the Abomasnow if it decided to stay in. The Jinx is here. The Jinx is now. The Jinx can potentially click Freeze Dry and do some pretty good... Oh my god, it's going for a Z move. The Lovely Kiss has missed, and the Attract has failed. Unfort, nobody wants to love an ugly-ass bug. Learn that, Golisopod. When you look like that, ain't no one coming back. So now, Andrew's attempt of running my secret tech Milotic Quick Claw. As one of my friends would say, un-item. That is what we call an un-item. But in this situation, it has worked, so hashtag fuck Andrew. Anyways, he goes on to his Dark Normal type now to take on the Bug type. Interesting choice of Pokemon here, seeing as how his only other two Pokemon probably die to it, or is it Rabombe, which, let's be real, LOL Rabombe. Opts to switch out and save the Quick Claw, going back into the Zoroark. Okay, so wait, is the Gengar dead as well, or is that just a visual glitch with Showdown?
I think it's a visual glitch. He hasn't used his Gengar yet.
Okay, because see, like, I actually reported this not too long ago on
Yeah.
Twitter, and I was like, there's a visual glitch going on with, like trolling commentating aside, there's straight up a visual glitch with Zoroark where if you, as you just saw, whenever you kill that shit, and because of the visual glitch and at the sight of World Leader potentially losing his Gengar as well as his Zoroark, he has, of course, DC'd. Not hailing anymore, he cannot use that excuse. He just wants to go back into his Gliscopod to effectively go for the priority first impression and effectively do massive beeps.
Dude, when I built this team, I thought it was amazing, and now it sucks. I have nothing to count. How do you counter Quick Claw?
I mean, you play around the fact that 90% of the time it won't activate, question mark?
Yeah, see, that was my mistake. I should have played around that.
Like, you effectively missed the Thunder Wave.
It's true.
Like, basically.
Or I missed that Rock Slide.
Rock Slide is 95 base accuracy, fool. Slide is 95. I'm trolling you.
Yeah, I was about to say. No way.
I'm out of water. My brain can't think. Breathe.
Good.
So anyways, as we wait for this downtime, we have this freaking stupid-ass rat on my screen, once again, that effectively is Andrew's way of handling both of his last two ghost types, unless his Gengar doesn't have Focus Blast, which if it doesn't have Focus Blast, I'm going to effectively throw this nice $25 USD Yeti glass out of my window and then effectively jump out of it. Hopefully filling me with enough scrapes and cuts so that when I fall and hit the ground, I won't feel anything. So anyways.
Dude, I'm shit at my own team building here. This is hard. What if he does have Focus Blast?
Then you have to pray that, like the 10% chance of his Quick Claw activating, you then have to pray that he has a 30% chance of missing his Focus Blast.
Interesting.
Or, like our leader did against Diego last game, skillfully dodging Hydro Pumps, but with Focus Blast. So you have to hope that your fat little rat is agile enough to dodge a Focus Blast. In this situation, I'd personally rather have the other Raticate. But that's just me.
There were no normal Raticates in the trade pool, dude.
Sounds like a personal problem again, sir. In other news, I have completed my new draft for my team tournament for Joey's tournament.
Nice. Are you looking confident?
I know 0 people on my team.
Great. It's the best part about it.
I just looked at the list and I was like, I want to nominate you. I mean, there were some people that I knew / heard of / like some other people like recommended me to pick up. Yeah, I got none of those. Instead, I got like three of his mods and like 9 other people that said we're good-ish, but I don't know. We'll see. 11 of them are here. There's only one that hasn't responded yet, or the one that hasn't. See, it's funny because like one of his mods apparently like made my server for me, and I was like, you're so kind.
You missed the whole thing.
What did I miss?
You missed him just switch into rocks to get his emergency exit proc to get a double switch in between turns, man.
Wait, ass. Why? Why? Why did you switch in Gliscopod? Why? What? What is this? What is this rest? What is this resto chesto Hello? Who's mans? Your message was not sent because you've been typing too quick. Fuck you, Showdown. Whose mans is resto chesto fucking Chandelure? You gonna pull out HP Fighting next? Please have HP, please. Please, God. World Leader, please have HP Fighting. Please slap this man in the face with an HP fucking You don't have HP Fighting. Ass. Power wait, where's the ancient power boost? Hello? Oh my god. Yeah, but you know what gives you freaking +1 everything? Ancient power. Wait, World Leader is pointlessly stalling this game. Congratulations, you have rested and netted yourself 6 HP and the... Oof. So, you effectively let Andrew's Pass gain 12% HP instead of just getting damage off on it. Dodge the Focus Blast. Time has come for you to dodge the Focus Blast. If World Leader even has Focus Blast, this is a whole nother... Man's could be Physical Brick Break. I don't know. Man could be Sub-Punching. Man's doesn't have fighting coverage. Wait, why did you switch? Why did you Volt Switch? Why didn't you just kill this? What is this gonna do? Do you have Psychic or something? I mean, is it time? Is it time to just quiver and win? Is World Leader about to pull out the Z Hypnosis Gengar? Dude, what's gonna happen? Find out next time on the next episode of Dragon Ball Jesus. What?
This man's Scarfgar!
Okay, so you outspeed. Wait, why did you roost? Hello? What if he gets the defense drop? You're trolling. How's your Bombay gonna survive a first impression from fucking... what's his fuck? Golisopod. Wait. Wait, hello? I don't understand.
Quick Claw first impression.
I mean, that's actually unfortunate, because, like, if that was his Quick Claw usage, like, Quick Claw priority is unfortunate. I mean, now he's just gonna Liquidation you and you're just gonna die. Yeah, like, get out.
Season 2!
All up to Ivan.
No!
Oh no. Oh no. Will Ivan fall in love? Ivan is immobilized by love. Wait, he has a chance. There's a chance. Is Ivan a love-struck idiot?
Yes!
The Quick Claw activated and Ivan was not a love-struck idiot. And this interesting... Wow. This... Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Season 3 of the ProPokeBowl. What an unexpected way to end this interesting season. And with that, it is time to just cut off the stream and say see you in playoffs, fam. Good night. Thank you for precipitating. Cut the stream! Cut the stream!
Oh, right.
Cut the stream!
No. I got more to say. GG World Leader, you know what, just to make you feel even worse, Rich, do you know what my, Raticate was?
I don't know, but I'm sure you're about to tell me.
Adamant Choice Band. And it did 16%.
Wait.
Why hasn't this Pokemon been picked up on anyone's teams yet?
Wait. Because it did 16%.
It is the 16%.
Golisopod. That's why. Stab Quick Attack from an Adamant CV thing did 16% to a Golisopod. Why?
I have no idea.
Why has this been picked up, you said? That's your reason.
I didn't run Hustle, I ran Thick.
That is your reason. Wait, hello? Whose man's doesn't run Hustle. Whose man's doesn't like doing damage. Why is your head literally like right on top of your mic? Jesus.
Because that's where I have to sit it now in order for you guys to hear me. To say that this is the end of the regular season. The playoffs will most likely be planned for October 11th at 8:30 p.m. No, I said a different time, right?
I don't know.
It was 8:30 p.m. Eastern time for the quarterfinals. You guys have been fantastic. We'll see you then. I will put all the times out for you, and you will know exactly when we're going. You guys are fantastic. We'll see you in the playoffs. Good luck to our combatants. Peace. Say bye, Rich.
By the way, I am fantastic as well.
He is fantastic. He was one of the participants.
Thank you.
Say bye.
Peace. Goodbye.
Say bye.
As Kashif would say, what you do?